knowing that his bread's going to get buttered behind him. On the other line, with Zibanejad in the middle, he's a guy that distributes the puck really well. But when Lafreniere and Cooley can play closer to the net, I think for them it plays to their strengths because of their physical attributes.
A couple of other lineup notes for the Rangers. Will Borgen ruled out today before the Rangers even started their morning skate. He's day-to-day with an upper body injury. Adam Edstrom returns to the lineup. Juuso Parssinen sits. And on the bottom pair defensively, Scott Morrow draws back in and pairs with Matthew Robertson. Now, speaking of the blue line, Vince Mercogliano published a piece in The Athletic today about the standouts for the Rangers this season. And number one on his list was Adam Fox. And maybe it's time we talk about him some more because it has been a bounce-back season for Fox defensively.
Adam Fox is in the top 80 percentile in the league in terms of physical play, protecting the front of the net, killing penalties. He has been really, really good in those areas. And then just the eyeball test tells you that he's breaking up a ton of plays at the line with his stick. He's been really good at knocking away passes. He's playing with what I call the old, Kenny Danico once told me this. He said, if you play in the defensive zone, no matter where the puck is, you point the nose of your stick towards the puck. If you do that, you will break up more passes than you can imagine. It'll probably extend my career 10 years. That's what Adam Fox is doing. His stick detail has been great. So he's blocking a lot of passes, he's killing a lot of plays, and he's using his foot speed to close on players really well. I love what Fox is doing. He possibly could be a Norris Trophy candidate for all the reasons that we used to give the Norris Trophy out, and that is playing defense.
Maybe there should be a different award for that. Hey, that's a discussion for a different day. So the Rangers enter 10-9-2, tied for 5th place in the Metropolitan Division. Now, ordinarily, this would be a time of year we start to take a check at the standings. On average, 75% of teams that are in a playoff spot at Thanksgiving wind up reaching the postseason. But my advice to you, listening at home, don't even bother even next week at Thanksgiving because it is a confusing playoff picture in the East with where things stand right now. Entering play today, 5 teams were tied on 22 points for the final playoff spot in the East. The last place team in the conference, Buffalo, is 4 back of a playoff spot entering the night. And first place to last place in the Eastern Conference is separated by a total of 10 points. All of that is to say everything is still there to play for the Rangers. Meanwhile, for Colorado, early on at training camp, Jared Bednar had this to say about his team. He felt that this was the deepest the Avs have iced a team since they won the Stanley Cup in 2022. So far, he's been proven right. The Avs, with the best record in the NHL, they have 1 regulation loss through their first 19 games. If they avoid one here tonight, they will become only the 4th team in NHL history with 0 or 1 regulation losses through 20 games. It's remarkable.
They have been great. They can beat you a lot of different ways. They've got really good speed. Obviously, they're highly skilled, but they can defend really well, too. They also defend a lot with possession of the puck, which is, you always say, right, your best defense can be a great offense. But they're getting goaltending, which has been really good. Scott Wedgwood has been great in the absence of Mackenzie Blackwood. Defensively, they've been really stout. They've got that really good top pair with Cale Makar and Devon Toews. And the one thing is, they are missing Logan O'Connor. People don't realize how big a factor Logan O'Connor is on this team. And this kid was an undrafted free agent who didn't play a game in the NCAA until the middle of his sophomore year. Like, he couldn't get in the lineup at the University of Denver. And now, when he's not in the lineup, you notice it. So I think that their depth has really been a key factor in how well this has gone for them.
Among the league leaders with this Avalanche team, Nathan McKinnon leading the league in goals, points, power play points. Cale Makar, or rather just goals and points. Cale Makar among the league leaders in defense scoring. Scott Wedgwood is on a heater. You talked about him in the pregame show. 6 straight wins. He is generating a lot of chatter to join McKinnon and Makar on the Canadian Olympic team come February. Colorado's only injury news other than O'Connor's you touched on there without Val Nichushkin. He's week to week with a lower body injury. They will get Joel Kiviranta back in the next couple of days as well. It is Igor Shesterkin against Scott Wedgwood. The Rangers against the Colorado Avalanche. This will be quite the test against the league's top team. And when it's game time, it's Tully time. The puck drop to begin tonight's game is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Gord Dwyer, Michael Markovich are the referees. Brandon Grillo and Travis Garlitz, the linesmen. The Rangers wearing their road white sweaters and will be skating from left to right. Colorado in the home maroons with the blue trim. And we are underway between the Rangers and the Avs. Colorado had won the drop of the puck at center ice. The Rangers able to take control outside the circle. And here is Panarin. We talked about the lineup changes. Panarin with Trocheck along the near boards. The puck played into the corner. Miller lowering the shoulder on Martin Necas, but it comes free, and it's skated out by Cale Makar. They'll try to dump it in. Rangers take over.
Rangers have to be on their toes at the defensive blue line. Colorado comes in hot, and they come in with a lot of different looks on their rush. You come across the middle and kick out. They can drive wide, but they mix it up a ton, so it'll keep the Rangers preoccupied.
Colorado has a 10-game point streak coming into the day. The most points in the NHL despite the second fewest games played so far this season. Puck deflected in by the Rangers to the far corner. In the Avalanche zone, Josh Manson, the big veteran defenseman, is on it. He'll advance it up through center. Gavin Brindley, the rookie, 21 years of age, slides it out wide to the veteran Brock Nelson. Right wing corner. Nelson driving towards the net. And this puck took a deflection. Ross Colton couldn't settle it down. Rangers unable to clear. Kept alive. Brindley walks into the circle. Stick handles. Passes off a skate. And to the far boards. Manson to pick it up. Feeding Brindley. Showcasing some moves in the early going. His pass hits a stick. Manson keeps the zone. Far boards. Here's Colton driving down the middle. Harassed along the way by Mika Zibanejad. The Rangers are able to clear.
Rangers survive a couple scares. Brindley with real good speed. And, boy, it is amazing the poise and the presence of Brock Nelson. When he's got the puck, doesn't make a difference if he's under pressure or not. Finds time and space to make a good play.
Of course, a deadline ad for Colorado last year and then signed a 3-year extension to remain in Colorado. Samuel Girard passes to the corner, and Jack Drury feeds it onward. The captain for Colorado, Gay Landeskog, applying the body on Noah Laba in the corner. Shot from the outside by Girard, blocked. Second opportunity blocked from the blue line, and it's skated out by Johnny Brodzinski. Diving ahead is Sherry to poke the puck to the corner. Connor Sherry pursues far boards. He passes into a stick, gets it back. Sherry drives wide, and a penalty is drawn. A Ranger away from the puck got taken down. It was Brodzinski crashing the net off his feet. Penalty on Colorado. Power play for the Rangers in the opening 2 minutes and change.
Rangers do a lot of really good things on this shift, and once again, this line has been producing. Brodzinski, Laba, Sherry, they just went to work on the wall, and a really nice strip by Sherry on Drury to get to the front of the net, and then away from the play, the penalty gets taken. This is a line that was really good the other night, and this is what you and I have talked about. You need to do the things that are going to put you on the power play, and that means taking pucks to the net and playing on the interior.
I mean, we've heard it over and over from Mike Sullivan. Those types of things don't take skill and certainly help contribute to victories. Rangers on the power play. And they'll begin here with Vincent Trocheck following the puck off the draw to the near side. Shot tip, score! Zibanejad the shot for the left wing circle. Miller the redirect from point blank. And just 7 seconds into the power play, the Rangers strike first.
Well, JT Miller was the one who took all the heat the other night, and he did it self-inflictedly, and he goes to work immediately to back up his words. The Rangers move the puck around station to station and winds up on the left wing side, and Zibanejad from the face-off dot throws the puck to the front of the net. There is no way that anybody should be that open in front of the net. I mean, Miller could have had a coffee before he put that in, and Zibanejad found him quick. They got Colorado running around because they put the puck in motion quickly. Nobody held it. Nobody dusted it. And the fact that they kept it moving that fast got the Colorado PK scrambling and unable to cover the front of the net.
Talk about starting on time. The Rangers with a power play goal in the opening 2.5 minutes, and it's JT Miller who, as you pointed out, Dave, called himself out after the game in Las Vegas, saying he needed to produce more. Well, he does right off the hop. 1-0 Rangers. As Nathan McKinnon serves this puck around the boards in the attacking zone. Rangers get an intercept. Trocheck carries it over the red line. Down the middle, out wide for Miller. Hard pass in front of Adam Fox, collected by Makar. And he'll feed it up ahead. Necas, short pass with McKinnon, just over the Ranger line. Arturi Lehkonen slides it to the far corner. Necas bumped off the puck there, and it's skated out by Vlad Gavrikov. Panarin will connect with Gavrikov as the Rangers start a change, and a back pass will get things reset.
like what the Rangers did here. They went into I'm not a big fan of regroup, especially when you take the puck from the offensive blue line and back behind your net. But the Rangers approached the line a little disorganized, and the last thing you want to do is make a mistake to feed Colorado's transition.
And they were in between units after the power play, too. A couple of guys who had been out there for a little while. Shot from the perimeter, and a save by Wedgwood, ramping the puck off his goalie stick out of play.
Rangers power play came into the game 4 for 10 in their last 5 games with 12 shots in almost 17 minutes. That's a lot of time for not a lot of shots. This time they only needed 1, and it was the pass that went from the right wing side up to the top and then over to Zibanejad on the left side that allowed Miller to sneak into the slot undetected and unmolested, and he had a nice easy tap in.
5th goal of the season for JT Miller. And a face-off in the far dot to the right of Wedgwood. Will Cooley against Brock Nelson. Nelson will get kicked out. A visible eye roll from the salty veteran Brock Nelson from War Road, Minnesota. 12 years of the New York Islanders. Carson Soucy for Braden Schneider. And Will Borgen out day to day, upper body injury. Colorado knocks the puck free, clears back to the red line, regroup from the Rangers, and Lafreniere to spin it deep to the far corner. Will Cooley around the Colorado net. Takes it to the near wall. Cooley in the corner, bumped along by Manson, separated from the puck. Colorado able to take over. Manson banks it off the near boards, and it dribbles down to the Ranger zone. Soucy is on the puck. Oh, the forecheck from Gavin Brindley causing some trouble.
Brindley is so quick from the hockey hotbed of Estero, Florida.
Hey, they've got a team there.
Yes, they do. And his father played there. But Brindley was at the University of Michigan on those loaded teams that they had a couple of years back and really benefited from Brandon Naurato as the head coach, who is probably the best skills teaching coach in college hockey.
Puck deflected across the middle from Colorado. Sherry picks it up in the near corner. Rangers look for the outlet. Carried in by Noah Laba down the middle. Tried to pass to the wing. Broken up by Sam Malinsky defensively. And it's Scott Morrow's first touch of the game back in his own zone on the regroup here.
And it was a good one, too, because he used his body to protect the puck, and he created a breakout.
Here's a quick up from McKinnon. McKinnon stutter step. His attempt hits the stick of Fox. Lobs to the far corner. Jumps off the wall with Trocheck battling, and he wins out. Pass across into the skates of Panarin. Regroup from Fox. Rangers barely onside at the attacking line, and then a feed across the middle bounces away. Colorado takes it north, and it's Natchez feeding the overlapping Taves. Devon Taves starting a cycle. Hard around to the near boards. Nobody covering the near point, and the puck skirts back to the Avalanche end.
So what we just saw, and you can imagine listening on the game, McKinnon with a burst of speed at Fox, 25 feet from the net. Fox's gap wasn't great. Did Fox panic? No. He held his ground, took a middle lane, and then knocked the puck off McKinnon's stick, all because he didn't get happy feet and panicked and retreat too quickly. Really nice play.
Sam Carrick applying the body to Tristan Nielsen. Another rookie for Colorado. A couple of guys pressed into duty with a few injuries to forwards. Battle, far half wall. Carrick on the puck. 6 minutes played, 1-0 Rangers. Power play goal from JT Miller early in this one. Puck deflects along the near boards. Edstrom held it in briefly, taken over by Cale Makar, and he'll back pass from Manson for a reset.
And here's what we talked about a little bit in the pregame show, Dan Grass and I, about the Rangers reloading and staying above. As soon as possession was turned over, Rangers got into really good defensive posture.
With speed, Colton down the middle. Area play. Puck just in front of Nelson in the near corner. Jarred free behind the net by Morrow. And Zibanejad takes over. He'll feed it up the wing for Matthew Robertson joining the rush. Down the left side. Dump behind the net. Cooley absorbs a check from Manson. Darts to the corner. Manson knocks him off his feet. But it's Lafreniere to rescue the puck. Tried to turn it down the wall. It jumped away from Zibanejad. Quick outlet. Here's Brent Burns leading the rush. Burns centering pass. Shot wide of the target. May have hit a stick with Brindley, and that foot speed joining the fray.
And if that wasn't a modern game that we see today, that was a defenseman in Burns, one-on-one against the forward defending.
It's positionless hockey, as it were.
Or as they like to call it, hockey by the numbers.
Right. Better than painting by numbers. As the Rangers chip the puck out. Connor Sherry knocks the puck up the right wing boards. Reverse hit on Sammy Girard. One hands it behind the goal, intercepted by Malinsky. His pass up the far boards, deflected ahead, icing waved off. Shesterkin behind his net to outlet, and Noah Laba now to sling it up the left wing. Shoveled ahead by JT Miller as he comes over the wall with Panarin pursuing in the far corner. Checked by Taves. McKinnon takes control of the loose puck. Dangerous pass. He had Natchez breaking out of the zone. Rangers nearly intercepted it with numbers. Hard around defensively from Colorado, and an outlet intercepted by Panarin. Rangers unable to get a quick reload.
Sorry, another really good back check with Trocheck coming back through the middle.
It's going to be a penalty here, though. A slash against Trocheck, I believe. And the Avalanche will head to the power play. The Rangers have a power play goal. JT Miller from Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox. Colorado to the man advantage when we come back. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
You're in this to win a championship. Championships are won later in the season.
The push for the fantasy football playoffs is on.
But you can't win the league if you don't make the playoffs. You could sneak in and be the last seed and win the darn league. You just got to get hot at the right time.
The experts of Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio are here to lead you to fantasy football glory.
There are certain times in the season where you got to make a splash. You got to make a move.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
Historic hockey moments.
March 2nd, 1993, Winnipeg hosts Quebec, where Jets forward Timo Solani is 3 goals off the pace of Mike Bossy's rookie record.
Timo Solani breaks it. He scores! Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, that goal by Timo Solani establishes a new NHL record for goals in one season by a rookie.
The Finnish Flash's record-breaking goal came in his 64th NHL game, and he would finish his rookie season with an overall 76 goals.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier!
For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments. NHL Network Radio.
December 27th, 2000, well into retirement, which included a 1997 Hockey Hall of Fame induction and also becoming owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux, 44 months after hanging up the skates, called it a comeback.
33 seconds into the game, Mario Lemieux will get an assist in his first shift back. Lemieux scores! It is back!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Rangers win the D-zone draw, rifle it all the way down. Cale Makar, 25 points on the season in 19 games. It's his third straight season with 25 points before his 20th game. The only other defenseman in history to do that, Bobby Orr. Centering pass across the seam, bounced over a stick. Could have been danger. The Rangers will carry it back to the red line.
Colorado's speed is the thing that tends to make you take a lot of penalties against them. There's 5 teams in the league, over 70 chances. Colorado's one of the 5 and has played the least amount of games of them.
Here's McKinnon on right wing to drop it off for Lehkonen. He'll glide down the wall. Sneak a pass to the point. Makar hard to the tape of Natchez this way. Back to Makar, center point across. One-timer high and wide from Victor Olofsson. In the corner, two-a-side battle. Puck comes free. Rangers win it and send it all the way down.
A little bit more aggressiveness out of the Rangers here. You remember early on in the pregame, we talked about attacking triggers, and the Rangers have been really good at pouncing on opportunities where they can disrupt Colorado's ability to get into eyes-up time.
Nelson for Makar and on for Natchez. Near half wall. Natchez passing for McKinnon. Goal line, stick handling, stutter step. Natchez now rotating it back to Makar. Makar pulls the trigger, broke the stick of Sam Carrick. Rotated along the near boards. Natchez half wall, passes to Makar up top. Across Natchez, a one-timer. Sliding save from Shesterkin to his right. No rebound.
Natchez in a spot where he loves to be. And one of the things that I know a lot of goalies like to do is they like to sit down with the coach who runs the PK. In this case, it's Joe Sacco. And go through the opposing team's PK tendencies so they can predict where the best chance is going to come from. If pucks start moving around in possession time, goalies going to have to figure out what the play is that they're going to look for to try to finish this off. And Shesterkin was way out ahead of that shot by Natchez coming from the left wing dot.
Natchez signed to a max 8-year deal that'll take effect next year. Second on the team behind Nathan MacKinnon in goal scoring with 13. That's also good for top 5 in the league. MacKinnon, the top scorer in the NHL, entering today.
I guess you can spend your summer working out with Sid in Halifax.
Yeah.
Tends to give you a little jump in your step.
Hey, he played in the Worlds, too.
That's right.
MacKinnon trying to get ready for the Olympics. Off the draw, Rangers control. Robertson, big hit behind the net. That neutralized the rookie Gavin Brindley, allowed the Rangers to clear.
Rangers had all 4 players in motion on one side of the ice, being aggressive in their puck pursuit.
10 seconds left on the power play. Nelson, high slot, fires it wide. Big bounce off the end boards. Boy, those are lively. And it hops to the crease, allowing Shesterkin to cover. Sticks and gloves come up. Nelson, of course, familiar with the Rangers with all his time on the island. This is his 52nd game against the Rangers. Landeskog involved in the fray with Cooley. He's not shy about getting involved in these.
Ross Colton with a really good chance in front of the net off that intentional miss off the backboards. And Colton, native of New Jersey, puts himself right in front and gets a pretty good swipe at it. But I like the Rangers being very aggressive here, attacking the puck, putting pressure on, and making Colorado's puck handlers feel a little bit more uncomfortable as they try to venture into harder areas.
9:56 to go, first period. 6 seconds remaining on the Colorado power play. Nelson on the draw, near dot to the right of Shesterkin. Laba on the faceoff against Nelson with Burns and McCarr working the point. Nelson kicked out of the faceoff. Landeskog to take it. Landeskog loses out to Laba. Of course, Landeskog, who missed the last 3 regular seasons. And that long road back from that knee injury that required multiple surgeries. Power play is up. Rangers have killed it off. High lift from the Rangers back to the red line.
And that was a good kill. That was a good, aggressive kill.
Miller on the puck in the attacking zone for the Rangers. 1 against 2. Jarred free by Landeskog. Bouncing puck far boards. Gavrikov played it to an area in the corner. Intercepted by Burns, and he clears. Colorado, you mentioned their power play. That took a while to get going this season. Percentage-wise, 23rd in the NHL. Rangers have iced it, looking for the hit-ahead off the end boards to Vincent Trocheck and a face-off in their end.
So you've probably seen this. At the beginning of seasons, one of 2 things happens. It's usually nowhere in the middle. Your power play comes out and they're completely on fire and they're operating at like 35% for a good 10 to 15 game span. Or, as we saw with the Rangers, your power play comes out of the gate and can't get out of its own way, and then it starts to heat up a little bit later. So every power play is going to go through its ebbs and flows where they are really hot and then they get really cold. And my opinion is sometimes it's better when your power play gets a whole lot hotter a whole lot later.
Well, any coach will probably tell you they want to get better as the season goes. Rangers have power play goals now in 6 of the last 8 games. Face off in their end after an icing. By the way, Gavin Brindley, after taking that big hit from Matthew Robertson, not on the Colorado bench. So they're down a forward. Off the draw, stick snaps out of the hands of Martin Natchez. Cleared all the way down. Rangers get the change they need.
Brindley was on that line with Colton and Brock Nelson, so that's a top 6 forward taking a bit of a breather to get some repairs.
Outlet up the left wing from the Avalanche. MacKinnon to try and track it down. He ties up with Robertson. Well handled by Matthew Robertson, the rookie. Played up the near boards. 2-a-side battle. Half wall. Girard wins the puck. MacKinnon, the pass deflected out of the zone by Zibanejad. And he hustles to advance it, trying to catch up with Lafreniere there. Swiped across the middle. Will Cooley will gather it along the near wall. Hand it off Zibanejad. Return pass Cooley. Near boards. Starts down the wall. Cooley draws it to the goal line. Circles the net. Cooley one-hands it along the far boards. A quick pass for Schneider. He'll return it on a hard around all the way to the near side. Zibanejad and Natchez come together. Puck comes free. And Malinsky clears to the red line for the Avalanche. Unable to get a full change, but Sherry will dump it in off the near glass, and Colorado will get it.
Rangers dump-ins or deposits have been good. They've been to corners, they've been slow rollers, and they've been able to establish a forecheck off them. Any one of those hard rims you're always putting yourself in a 50-50 spot if you're going to be able to get above the puck, and anything that the goalie touches is considered a really bad dump-in. So the Rangers, percentage-wise, dump-ins have been good.
7:41 to go, first period. Colorado dumps the puck in off the near glass. Rangers up 1-0. A power play goal from JT Miller. Spun across the middle from the Avalanche. Sherry avoids the check from the oncoming Parker Kelly, who led the Avalanche in hits last season. Rangers break out. Advance to Sherry on right wing. His shot looking high and tight, looking blocker's side. Top corner, but missed the net. Advanced by Manson, getting the puck deep to the Rangers zone.
You mentioned Parker Kelly, really dependable defensive fourth-line guy, and he has been really, really good at playing against some bigger opponents.
Rangers advance the puck into the attacking zone. Colorado able to win out, and they'll bring it into the attacking end themselves. Played across the middle. Landeskog tried to drop pass for Makar at the blue line, but puck left the zone.
I love the fact that Makar was standing at center point, looking at the front of the net, seeing if we can get a puck through. You know who was in front of the net? His defense partner, Devon Taves.
Yeah, right?
Perfect.
Taves, who was part of the Canadian team at Four Nations, with Makar flying in on right wing. A rising wrist shot knocked down by Shesterkin. Rebound push to the near corner. Makar battling against Panarin. Worked off the wall, Nelson. Passing to the outside, and Taves missed the net. Snapping that puck high and wide. Makar, left point, across. Natchez to the half wall. Turns back, opens, spins to the backhand. Doesn't like the look, feeds Makar left point. Back to Natchez, right side. A full spin again, showing off the edge work. Now Makar, right side as he crisscrosses. Walks into the circle, shoots into traffic. And we have a whistle here. Stopping play, going to be an interference penalty, and it will go against Sam Carrick, I believe. And he will skate to the box. 5:58 to go. First period, the Rangers with a 1-0 lead, but they're heading back to the penalty kill. We'll step aside. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen.
And he scored!
Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
Be sure to stay tuned for the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 5:58 to go, first period. Rangers up 1-0 on the Avalanche, but for the second time, the Rangers will have to kill off a penalty.
And Mike Sullivan said he wants his penalty killers to be more aggressive. I thought they were really good on their first PK in terms of attacking, in terms of being aggressive, in terms of pursuing and pressuring. And they'll have to do it again. Carrick gets the gate. It's a good call. He flattened Devon Taves away from the puck in front of the Rangers' net.
So the Rangers, who have struggled on the PK in the month of November, entering the day 66% in the month of November. That's the second worst in the league. But they came up with a big kill early, and now we'll be tasked with another one here with under 6 minutes to go in the frame. Colorado controls. Hard around to Natchez, far half wall. He's checked by Soucy. Puck jarred free. Swept along the boards by McKinnon. A lot on that pass. Olofsson had to hustle to keep the zone left point. He'll swing it around the wall to Natchez. Touch pass on from Makar, right point. Across Olofsson, left side. With McKinnon now, goal line. McKinnon coming to a halt. Feeds it up top, Natchez. Across to Makar, right side. A wrist shot, looking for a stick. Wide of the Met. And it's Natchez to feed Makar. Makar gets a one-timer on a return pass. Saves Shesterkin, rebound swept out.
Rangers do a nice job to keep all the dangerous play to the outside. Makar had the best look, and he was 65 feet out, and Shesterkin saw it perfectly.
McKinnon to build speed through the neutral zone. They'll leave it for Natchez on the entry. And now Makar walking into the left circle. Pass for McKinnon, goal line. McKinnon takes it to the corner, harassed by Gavrikov. Gavrikov, long reach, unable to jar the puck free. It's Makar at the point once again. For Lehkonen in the middle, playing the bumper. McKinnon, goal line, opposite side, tried to fleet it. Just to bank it off the goaltender. Didn't work. McKinnon gets it back, spun a pass off the skates of Miller, and it's cleared.
Loose puck on the wall. JT Miller, really good pursuit, wins a battle, chips the puck out, and the Rangers get their second clear. Once again, nothing real high danger, nothing grade A out of Colorado on this power play so far.
Brock Nelson with goals in back-to-back coming in. Enters on right wing. Now Taves across for Burns, cranking a one-timer high and wide. Karam's off the glass back to center. Laba pursuing. Burns backpedaling. Laba forcing him all the way to the end boards in the Colorado zone, killing valuable clock. 3 seconds left on the power play. Entering on right wing, it's Colton. He'll skate around the net. Ross Colton all the way to the near boards. Forced out of the zone by Soucy, who picks his pocket. Soucy up with Trocheck. Soucy shoots. Long rebound from Wedgwood. Trocheck couldn't make a play on it.
What a play by Soucy. He was all over Colton. Didn't let him breathe. And Colton finally turned the puck over. Soucy just kept trucking. And I like the fact that he finished the rush with a shot at the net and a good one.
2 strong penalty kills from the Rangers in the early going to keep it 1-0 in favor of the Blue Shirts. Under 3.5 to go, first period. The Rangers control the puck in their own zone. Here's Panarin dancing with it. His own blue line. Drury nearly had the stand-up in the steal. Panarin gets rid of it. Dumps it in. Lafreniere pursues. And as he tries to chip the puck across, it winds up out of play. 3:11 to go, first period. The Rangers with a 1-0 lead over the Avalanche. Hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to Peerless Boilers for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. We'll step aside. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Rangers. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Bleecker Street Bar in NoHo for Sun Cruiser buckets for every game. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Rangers up 1-0 on the Avalanche, 3:11 to go, first period.
There's an expression that we use for defensemen called ride time. And ride time is where a defenseman will stay on a forward or a puck carrier way up high in the defensive zone to make a play and try to strip a puck. And that was excellent ride time by Soucy, who knew he could play man-on-man on Colton, stripping the puck, and make a play.
Yeah, what a shift for Carson Soucy. The Rangers start from their own end. Out of the timeout, Noah Laba tried to transport it up on left wing. Stick checked at the attacking line. Colorado takes it the other way. Good stick by Sherry. Active stick knocking a pass out of the zone. Colorado on the regroup in neutral ice. Sammy Girard on left wing, hands it off. Landeskog stripped to the puck, and it's aired back to the red line. And we have a whistle here, played with a high stick. And we have a stoppage with 2:33 left in the first period. Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. The Rangers' goal scored by JT Miller, 2:26 on the power play from Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox. Time of the goal driven by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like a 2025 Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Rangers, game number 2 of this 3-game road trip. Denver, Colorado. First of 2 meetings with the Avalanche. Colorado with the puck in the attacking zone. A short pass, McKinnon to Natchez, who missed the net from in close. And the Rangers dodge a bullet. Miller to chip in charge on right wing into the corner. Miller gets there first. Plays it to the point. Schneider shot. Long rebound. Panarin unable to put it back on goal. McKinnon with a defensive play to knife the puck down. Battle near boards. Trocheck knocks his man off his feet. Puck set towards goal. Bouncing onto net. Wedgwood freezes it with the approaching Miller nearby.
Good shift by the Rangers. Get really good pressure in the zone. Miller was the first one to put it in, and then he went and got his own rebound, and then they went to work. Another really nice job of the Rangers staying above the puck to force turnovers and wind up getting a really good chance out of it. Trocheck could hustle behind the net to pick off a loose pass, getting it back to Schneider, who was on target with a shot, and the Rangers with a couple of good kicks in front of the net, which is what they want. Nice to see him pouncing on some rebounds.
Tell you what, I mean, Natchez missed. I believe Soucy altered that shot. Another big defensive play from Carson Soucy. Keep it 1-0 in favor of the Rangers. 1:45 to go first period. Dumped in by Brock Nelson. To the Ranger net, Shesterkin handles, passes up the far boards, knocked down and carried behind the net by Nelson. Nelson chips it out in front. A shot by Burns in tight, ricochets back behind. Wraparound chance on the backhand by Burns, wouldn't go, and it skirts out of the zone.
Only the athleticism of Shesterkin prevented that from getting in. He was way out, and what a recovery to get to the post.
Carrick in a collision away from the puck in the neutral zone. 2 ships passing in the night, but the Rangers unable to prevent an entry. Burns shot from the point, redirected wide by Parker Kelly in the mid-slot. From the circle, Landeskog testing Shesterkin, a big save as we hit the final minute of the first period.
Oh, Avalanche are buzzing, and Shesterkin with 2 really big saves is for the first time in the period, the Avalanche with really good speed in the offensive zone to force some turnovers.
Shots now 9-5 Colorado. An advance from McKinnon denied in neutral ice. A good stand-up by the Rangers there. And it'll be carried by McKinnon on a second effort. He'll just have to lift the puck in with Olofsson pursuing. One-on-one with Fox. Rangers sort it out defensively, then give it away in the mid-slot. McKinnon for Girard at the point. He'll pass to the circle. Burns shot, tip, score! It pinballed to McKinnon out in front. And with 26 seconds left in the period, Nathan McKinnon has tied it for Colorado.
This one's on Panarin. This was a bad decision by Panarin. He had the puck on the boards in safe ice, and he put a backhand pass in the middle of the ice from underneath the hash marks where there was no definitive receiver on the pass. What happens? Colorado turns it back over, and within about 3 seconds, they put a puck to the front of the net and capitalize on a shot and a rebound in front as McKinnon was right there. Panarin, all he has to do is put that puck in his skates, weave it up the wall, create a scrum, and it doesn't go anywhere. And he got over-anxious at the worst time you could, and the game is tied.
And after such a strong defensive period from the Rangers, it's now 1-1. Makar, open ice collision with Sherry. Makar is down. Avalanche came flying into the attacking zone, and Makar, with reckless abandon, collided with Sherry, hit the deck. He's back to his feet now and is asking for a penalty, but none is given.
A couple of former UMass Minutemen of different eras running into each other in front of the net. Makar came flying, and Sherry just stood him up. And Colorado with a really good chance. Drury healed one just off to the off to the left side of the net. What a collision as Sherry held his ground.
You know, it looked like he was trying to stop to avoid an open ice collision because it would have been interference. And I think because he threw the brakes on, he probably avoided the penalty. by virtue of that.
Absolutely. But that was also another case of Sherry just defending the ice he's entitled to. And Picard just kind of blew right into him.
Rangers win a neutral zone faceoff. And they'll outlet on left wing in front of Cooley. Picked up by the Avalanche and then turned over to Zibanejad at the red line. He'll fling one wide of the target to wrap up 20 minutes of play. But Nathan MacKinnon with his league-leading 15th goal, 34th point of the season. He snapped an 11-game point streak on Monday, and with that point, he passes Peter Stastny for the second most points in Avalanche franchise history. That's a big one for Colorado to get this game tied in the final minute of the first.
It was an unnecessary turnover by the Rangers in their own zone. They had played a fairly good period. They had gone up and down the ice with Colorado. They established their game. They got to their game quick, and it's one of these goals where Mike Sullivan's going to sit down with his coaching staff and say, can you believe that we could have came into the locker room with a 1-0 lead, and just a poor decision by a good player turned that around quickly.
So we finished 20 minutes of play. The Rangers and the Avalanche tied 1-1. Stay tuned for the first intermission report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Dan Grassa in our Hudson Square studios right after this. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
I do. To everybody that be living it up, we said. Yo, what's up? It's Sirius XM Fly. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm over on Channel 50 playing those 90s.
What's my name? Let's flip the track, bring the old school back.
And 2000s hip-hop and R&B throwbacks. Yeah, one thing down, flip it and reverse it. Commercial free, 24/7. Pull up, Channel 50, and at home with Sirius XM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices. Holla.
Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The longest Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center, Saturday, April 18th through to Sunday, April 19th, 1987, the game known as the Easter Epic.
6 other times when a game has gone into quadruple overtime, shots on goal are 74-52.
He scores! LaFontaine at the blue line here in the fourth overtime, winning the series.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers intermission report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
And it's time now for the Rangers' first intermission report. It's brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Dan Grassa with you, 20 minutes in the books out in Colorado. We got a good one so far as the Rangers and Avalanche are knotted up at 1 apiece. And in case you're just joining us, Mike Sullivan tweaking his forward configurations in the lead up to tonight's game. Panarin, Trocheck, Miller, your new top line, with Cooley, Zibanejad, and Lafreniere rounding out the top 6. And it would be a little over 2 minutes into this game, and the Rangers would get first crack at it on the power play as Sam Girard called for interference. And JT Miller's name talked about in the last couple of days as someone who really has not been maybe adding to the stat sheet in terms of producing points. Well, not long after the power play commenced, just 7 seconds as a matter of fact, the Rangers get on the scoreboard first, and it is indeed the Ranger captain lighting the lamp. So JT is 5th of the season On the power play for Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox, the Rangers continuing to play really, really well with the man advantage. Their 6th power play goal in the last 8 games. And JT extends his personal 6-game point streak in Colorado. Remember, those years with the Vancouver Canucks, you play those teams more out there. But it's his 2nd goal in the last 5 games. Mika Zibanejad with the assist now has points in 5 of the last 6. And Adam Fox picking up his 6th point in as many games. And scoring first has been a plus for the Rangers this year. They're 9-1 when lighting the lamp first. Ranger penalty kill was also something we discussed in the pregame show. Had they been scuffling of late a little bit, allowing a power play goal in 5 of the 6 games coming into tonight. They committed a couple of infractions in that opening period. Vinny Trocheck interference at 8:09. Sam Carrick interference at 14:02. Both times, though, the Ranger PK would stand tall and keep that Colorado power play off the score sheet. However, in the final minute of that first period, where the Rangers were trying to get to the dressing room, trying to preserve a 1-0 lead, unfortunately, a turnover in the defensive zone, and a team like Colorado will make you pay. And in this case, it was Nathan MacKinnon, their superstar, his 15th of the season at 19:33. Fresh rebound off of Igor Shesterkin's pad, and MacKinnon put it home. Martin Necas and Sam Girard with the assist. And for MacKinnon, that was his league-leading 15th goal, his league-leading 34th point. His first goal in 4 games, as a matter of fact, but he passed Peter Stastny for second most points in franchise history, even though Stastny, of course, bulk of his career with the Quebec Nordiques, the former Colorado Avalanche. And now MacKinnon with points in 12 of his last 13. Necas extends his point streak to 5 straight games with the assist. But all in all, not a bad period for the Rangers, and they're out of it 1-1 at the end of 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal in that opening period were 11-6 in favor of Colorado, but we have a 1-1 hockey game after 20 minutes. Still more to do here on the Tri-Honda Dealers New York Rangers First Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll hear from Mika Zibanejad. We'll also check out the busy out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer. St. Louis, Missouri, 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and 12/1/25.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Dan Grosso back on the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. 1-1 is our score at the end of 20 minutes of play between the Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche. JT Miller on the power play, his 5th of the season from Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox at .226. And then the Avs get the equalizer, 19:33 of the first period. Nathan MacKinnon is league-leading 15th from Martin Necas and Sammy Girard. After that first period, Mika Zibanejad caught up with our pals on MSG, John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, and Stephen Valiquette.
Mika, you guys did so many good things in that first period. A power play goal, you killed 2 penalties, you held them without a goal until the last 30 seconds. Were you generally pleased with the first? What did you like about what your team did?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very talented team offensively, obviously, and they've we know how good they are, and I think we did a pretty good job of containing them. I thought they got some chances on some funny bounces in our D zone, and we're able to get a few great A's. But for the most part, I think we can build on this.
Mika, Hank here. You guys scored a beautiful goal on the power play. When did you decide you were going with a pass instead of a shot? I was convinced you were going with a bomb there. You tricked me.
This morning. Me and JT spent about 10 minutes after morning skate doing that, so I had to try it, and I'm happy winning.
Mika, it's Valley. I was obviously covering you for a long time. You've scored over 250 goals as a Ranger. When you're about to shoot it, are you reading off the goalie, or are you shooting it to a spot that you've convinced yourself beforehand to shoot it?
For the most part, I tried to just shoot where I feel comfortable shooting. Obviously, it could depend if it's right-handed glove or not. But for the most part, trying to shoot where I usually shoot in practice. Try to just that kind of takes the thinking out of it. Obviously, some scenarios you have a little bit more time to kind of get your head up and look. But trying to hit my spots as often as I can and trust my shot.
Mika, thanks for the insights. Appreciate you coming out.
Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot to Mika Zibanejad. Busy Thursday night on the out-of-town scoreboard in the National Hockey League. It's gone final down in Sunrise. The Panthers blanked the Devils by a score of 1-0. Sam Reinhart with his 11th of the season, counting for the only goal. Jersey's lost back-to-back games. Florida's won 4 of their last 5. Ilya Sorokin, 29 saves as the Isles blank the Red Wings 5-0. New York goes 6-1 on their 7-game road trip. Detroit's 2-game win streak comes to an end. Columbus, on an Adam Fantilli goal, defeats Toronto in overtime 3-2. The Blue Jackets now with points in 6 of their last 7. Toronto, on the other hand, winless in 6 of 7. Alex Ovechkin, another hat trick for the future Hall of Famer. Capitals double up the Canadiens 8-4. It's the 3rd straight win for Washington. Montreal now winless in 7 of their last 8. Travis Sanheim with the game winner in overtime, lifting Philadelphia past St. Louis 3-2. The Blues are winless in 5 of their last 6. Elsewhere, mid-third period, the Oilers clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. 2 periods down in Chicago, the Blackhawks have a 2-0 edge on the Seattle Kraken. End of 1 period in Utah, where the Rangers will be on Saturday. Golden Knights and the Mammoth are scoreless. About to drop the puck in Vancouver, where the Canucks will play host to the Dallas Stars. The Ottawa Senators will pay a visit to the Anaheim Ducks, and the San Jose Sharks will entertain the Los Angeles Kings. Once again, our score here is 1-1 between the Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche. Rangers fans, don't miss a moment off the ice. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays, 6A to 7P. Subscribe right now and stay locked in. ESPN New York is on YouTube. Holiday cheer starts with new gear, so make the most wonderful time of the year even better and grab gifts that'll make every Blue Shirts holiday. Shop Rangers gear by heading to shop.msg.com/Rangers. Let us pause 10 seconds now and allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
So we have a 1-1 hockey game at the end of 20 minutes of play. Blue Shirts this year 3-4 when tied after 20 minutes. Colorado 5-0-2 when even after 1. This has been the Rangers First Intermission Report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. I'll talk to you again during the second intermission. Coming up next, Alex Faust, Dave Starman. They've got the middle period for you with the Rangers and Avalanche knotted up at 1 apiece. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Solomon Wilcox from the opening drive. As you get ready for Thanksgiving, we're helping you to set the table for a full course of great matchups in Week 12. Starting with the Colts at the Chiefs.
Sacked! Eaten alive! Chris Jones!
And the Buccaneers at the Rams on Sunday Night Football.
Touchdown! Puka
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
April 10th, 1982, the Miracle on Manchester. Game 3 heading into the third between the heavily favored Edmonton Oilers, who were up 5-0 over the underdog LA Kings.
Shot by Evans, he's going out! The Kings have taken the lead in the series. They came from behind to win in overtime, 6-5.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
March 23rd, 1994, Wayne Gretzky passes his hero Gordie Howe for most goals scored.
Gretzky scores! He did it! The greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history is Wayne Gretzky. Los Angeles goal, a power play goal, and the 802nd National Hockey League goal scored by number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Moments away from the start of the second period. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. The Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche tied 1-1. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Opening puck drop. The second period is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action.
Wouldn't be surprised if the coaching staff sat and had one after that first period turnover by Panarin at the end, because that was just a really good period by the Rangers in a lot of ways. Their penalty killing was great. They won 3 out of 4 faceoffs shorthanded that period. That is the way you kill penalties against a good power play team, and they did a lot of things right. And it's just one fundamental mistake at the worst possible time in the worst possible spot, and Panarin popped the puck into play, and Colorado put it in the net.
So we are tied 1-1 as we get set for period number 2. The Rangers will be skating from right to left in this second period. Game 2 of a 3-game road trip. The Rangers looking to avoid falling back to 500. They're 7-4-0 in their last 11 games overall, but it was the game over the NHL 500 mark entering today.
And as we all know, because you and I were just talking about the standings, it's not about being over 500. Like, you need to be well over 500 with 8 teams in a conference of 16 making the playoffs. It's not about a couple of games over 500. It's a chunk above 5.
Just as important is the loser point. There have been a lot of overtime games at the beginning of the season, especially involving Eastern Conference teams, and 15 out of the 16 are at 500 or better. So just 500 won't get it done. Rangers win the center ice faceoff to begin period number 2, and it's JT Miller on right wing, slotting the puck to the corner. Trocheck checked off the puck by McKinnon. Taves chips it to the near boards for Colorado. Gavrikov seals it to the wall, keeps the zone for the Rangers, and now Makar will have to try a high lift back to the red line. And this puck will look like it hit the center ice scoreboard. They are going to keep the face-off at center ice. Well, that was quite the high lift there from Cale Makar. And we'll do face-off at the center ice dot. 26 seconds into period number 2.
Nice job by Gavrikov coming down the left wing side, early engaged on the forward who had his back to him, so he didn't know idea Gavrikov was coming, and he's able to keep the play alive. Colorado with the puck on the stick of the guy they would want it on to get out of their own zone, Cale Makar.
By the way, Gavin Brindley not on the bench for Colorado to begin the second after taking that big hit from Matthew Robertson. Brent Burns, little cavalier with the puck, and he nearly got it stripped, wound up hurrying a pass as a result, and Colorado is offside at the attacking line. Ross Colton couldn't settle it down and stay onside.
Special game tonight for Noah Laba. That game in Detroit meant the world to him because that was his hometown as he is a Northville, Michigan kid. This is the second homecoming for him as he played his college hockey an hour down the road from where the arena is at Colorado College for the Tigers. And Chris Mayotte went down there yesterday to visit some of the guys, and now back in town, and a good chunk of those Tigers are in attendance tonight watching the game.
Pass from the Avalanche up the middle, out of the reach of Olofsson. Rangers take over. Zibanejad swings it out wide. Lafreniere's shot missed the net. Try to go glove side on Wedgwood. Lafreniere tracks down a loose puck, bats it to the middle. Nobody home. Hit ahead from Colorado, intercepted by Sherry, and a back pass to Schneider. Soucy now opens, works it up the middle, deflected away by Drury. Of course, his uncle, the GM of the Rangers and a former Colorado Ave Stanley Cup champion, Chris Drury. Johnny Brodzinski stood up, neutral zone, hard shoulder from Landeskog to knock him off his feet.
So a nice video tribute coming out of commercial for Drury as the crowd acknowledged him back in the building.
Around the net, it's Landeskog. Stiff arm, shielding the puck with Schneider. Hands it off to the overlapping Drury. Passing, Landeskog, right circle, tried to toe drag, lost the puck. Recovered by Drury along the wall. He'll spin one to the corner. It's just out of the reach of Parker Kelly. Soucy handles and reverses for Schneider.
And Colorado did it the other night for Patrick Waugh when he came back with the Islanders. A nice tribute while TV was in commercial. It's good to see teams acknowledge their former stars when they come back.
Of course, Jared Bednar took over for Patrick Waugh a decade ago as the bench boss in Colorado. Outlet on right wing. Miller gains the line. Tried to square it up for Panarin. Got it back. And a shot from in between the hashes goes wide from Trocheck. Bounces behind the net. Panarin centering pass broken up by Makar. To the near boards. Panarin feeds Robertson. On for Morrow. A blast. Patted down by Wedgwood. And sent out of the zone by the Avalanche all the way down for an icing.
It's another good shift by JT Miller, who in the corner forces another turnover, and Rangers get a couple of chances. Trocheck with a good look at the net, but it all started off a real good forecheck by Miller and a really good deposit of the puck into the corner that allowed Miller to get above it and win the battle with Taves. Two good plays by Miller, one getting in front of Taves to get a pass to enter, and then the other one getting the puck back from him.
End zone faceoff won by Colorado. McKinnon won the draw, and it's flipped back out to the neutral zone. Zibanejad on the puck, and he'll start his engine. Cuts to the middle, tried to feather a pass for Lafreniere on left wing, didn't connect. And Colorado clears. Cooley attempted to dump it in, and he's met at the blue line by Natchez. The Rangers forced to backtrack again.
Boy, Natchez is fast on film, but live, it's like another gear. Great edges, turns quick, so skilled. He is a joy to watch play the game.
Of course, last year came over to Colorado in the blockbuster Mikko Rantanen trade. Sending Rantanen at the time to Carolina.
Rantanen's been in the news lately, hasn't he?
Yes, just a bit with one of the local teams. Burns shot, tip, save by Shesterkin. Read that redirect and then makes another save off a perimeter shot from Colton. Boy, that redirect went from high to low, and Shesterkin closed the 5-hole quickly. Rangers advance it. On right wing, Carrick centers, Edstrom scores! Adam Edstrom back in the lineup. Receives a beautiful pass in transition from Sam Carrick. And the Rangers take a 2-1 lead.
The other Rangers player that called himself out a little bit was Edstrom. He was asked about being out of the lineup, and he said, I have been a little bit banged up, but I also expect more for myself, and I need to contribute more here. The Rangers take a long pass. They come in 2-on-2. Edstrom just went to the net with his stick down. Good speed, beat his man to the net. Really nice pass coming from the right wing side to the front of the net, and Edstrom, a left shot. All he had to do was tip it up and over Scott Wedgwood. He does so, and the Rangers take the lead back with 4 minutes gone by in period number 2.
Adam Edstrom's first goal of the season. It comes after that healthy scratch on Tuesday, and the Rangers lead 2-1. Landeskog with the puck along the near boards. Hands it off for Tristan Nielsen. Walks around the net. Stops. Centers. Landeskog. Shot blocked. Gets it back in the corner. Squares it up for Nielsen. Jumped off his stick. Landeskog chips it to the back. D-to-D pass. Malinsky to the middle. Nielsen. A shot well wide of the target. Samuel Girard activates down the boards. Feeds the blue line. And a blast from Zakhar Bardakov. That doesn't get through. Rangers take over. Bardakov, a rookie from Russia, in his 6th professional season, but coming over here to North America. And now we have an icing here against the Rangers.
So what's interesting tonight, Alex, is that Adam Edstrom was a player who self-admitted he needed to be better. JT Miller went on a massive rant. He needs to be better. And both guys with the puck in the net tonight for the 2 Rangers goals. What a pass by Carrick along the right wing side as he cradled it, and he snuck it around Josh Manson to Edstrom, who was breaking for the net.
15-16 on the second period clock. Rangers lead the Avalanche now 2-1. End zone face-off, and the Rangers in to our right. And the puck pushed to the near boards off the draw. Colorado wins a board battle. Makar to Taves, rolls it down low. Nate just bumped off the puck by Robertson, who's putting together a strong game. Colorado gets it back. Taves from Makar, back across the seam, shot wide. Nate just knocked off his feet at the side of the net, looking for a redirect.
You can absolutely see why Colorado's a Stanley Cup contender with their speed.
Taves from Makar all the way to the net. He hit the goal post. Glove side on Shesterkin. He had a step in behind the Rangers defense, and the Rangers dodge a bullet. Puck carried out. Here's JT Miller up on the top of the attack for the Rangers. Lifted the backhander high off a pass for the wing from Trocheck. And Colorado has iced it.
And just as we talk about Colorado's speed, Taves and Makar left to right on the blue line. Pass from Taves to Makar, and Makar just took off. And he gets behind the Ranger D. He went from being above 5 players to underneath them in a split second. What a pass by Taves. And Makar, as he was going from his right to his left as a right-handed shot, dragged Shesterkin a little bit towards his blocker side and then cranked it off the glove side post.
Reigning Norris Trophy winner, Cale Makar. Off the draw, Rangers control. Send one towards net. Knocked down. Colorado breaks out. 3-on-2. McKinnon right wing. Touch pass to Lehkonen on the left side. Shot blocked. Scramble out in front. And the puck lifted back to the neutral zone. And this will dribble all the way to the Avalanche end. Now the Rangers have iced it.
Devon Taves makes that pass to Cale Makar. He played his college hockey, as you know, right up the road here at Quinnipiac University, and Rand Pecknold did a terrific job of helping him develop. And one of the guys that had a big impact on Devon Taves was Reed Cashman, who was the assistant coach at the time handling the defenseman. Reed went on to be an assistant coach with the Capitals and now the head coach at Dartmouth, and a really good coach when it comes to developing really fleet-footed defensemen. And you can see the impact of Cashman and Pecknold on Taves.
Scramble draw. Colorado controls. One-timer center point. Hits a stick. Winds up in the mesh. And so the Rangers will get the change that they needed. The Miller, Trocheck, Panarin group will come off. And we'll do the face-off again in the Rangers zone.
Taves was a casualty, was a salary cap casualty when he was with the Islanders. A couple of guys needed to get signed, and they basically just ran out of money. It wasn't a guy that they really wanted to get rid of. He hadn't bloomed into the Devon Taves that we are seeing now, but he was well on his way to becoming a really good defenseman. I was scouting for Seattle at the time, and he was one of the guys that we felt if he dropped through anywhere, we were absolutely going to go grab as a free agent.
Face off to the right of Shesterkin. Taves a big part of Team Canada at the Four Nations. He'll be vying for a spot on the Olympic roster. Malinsky, after Colorado wins the draw, lifts his wrist shot high of the net. Catches the glass. Battle in the near corner ensues. Cooley and Schneider on the puck. Parker Kelly trying to muscle Schneider off the puck. Schneider held his ground, worked it across behind the goal, and will now get a reverse from Soucy to begin the breakout. A pass up the middle, didn't hit a Ranger stick, and again, they've iced it, though fatigue not a factor. They'll just do the face-off again in their own zone. 2-1, the Rangers with the lead over the Avalanche. 13:39 left in the second period. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. The Rangers, who have lost back-to-back coming in. Colorado on a 10-game point streak. They have points in 19 of 20 games. They only have one regulation loss this season, and that came back on October 25th. They've won 6 straight games coming in. Shot off the draw. Shesterkin the save. Soucy chips it for Lafreniere for the clear to the red line. Avalanche with the best record in the league entering today. Advanced on left wing from Colorado, out of the reach of the intended target. Schneider clears to the red line, no further. Shots are 13-7 in favor of the Avs.
But the Rangers have been good defensively. They have just been tight.
There's another one. Cooley, tight gap to the man at the blue line, and it's Brent Burns pulling the trigger. The shot ramps off Cooley's stick, out of play, and we reach a stoppage here early in the second period. Just about 7 minutes complete. Adam Edstrom, his first goal of the season, a go-ahead marker for the Rangers, and they lead the Avalanche 2-1. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Tonight on Sirius XM Sports.
Week 12 in the NFL starts off with a matchup of playoff implications in the AFC as Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills take on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans. The action now is on your home for the best coverage of the National Football League. Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the Great One passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points. The Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
November 26, 2005, the New York Rangers win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals in the longest NHL shootout at the time, and it was an unlikely hero that emerged for the Blue Shirts in the 15th round with a highlight for the ages.
Malik has not scored this year. In on Kolzig. Fake the legs! Oh, Malik went between his legs!
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
I'll tell you what, the Avalanche are bringing the heat, but the Rangers holding their ground. Some high danger chances here. They're being outshot, the Rangers are, 13-7, but they had the lead 2-1 just a little bit before 13 minutes remaining in the second period. And Colorado controls off the draw on the Rangers' end. A backhand attempt well wide from Lehkonen. Lehkonen will pick it up near boards, send it behind the goal. McKinnon tried to return it for Lehkonen in the corner. McKinnon turns the corner, centers for Necas, who put it high of the net. Had a lot of the net to shoot at. Rangers unable to clear. Lehkonen draws it back to the blue line. Miller got his stick to it and dives to poke the puck out.
Nice job by Miller as he pull-keeled it out of the zone, saving a potential chance for Colorado to turn that around.
Necas to lift it ahead, and Fox is on it in the Rangers zone.
The Rangers have been a little susceptible defensively to Colorado below the goal line, finding a player sitting in soft ice between the dots. But other than that, defensively, they've been pretty good this game.
Carrick shovels the puck back out. And it's picked up by Radish in the neutral zone. First time we've called his name. A pass jumps his stick, though. And now the Rangers have iced it. They'll have to deal with another end zone faceoff. Just to give you an idea of the possession time here, just looking at the real-time possession tracking here, Colorado 15 and a half minutes. The Rangers a little under 12. They have spent a good chunk of this game without the puck, but they have a 2-1 lead.
Colorado with about 56% of the possession time in this game, and their speed is noticeable.
Off the draw, Avalanche win it. Burns for Manson along the right wing. Manson lost it in his skates. Fed back to Burns at the blue line. A wild attempt. Winds up in the far corner. Olofsson picks it up, walks to the blue line. His pass off the skate of Carrick.
The other thing you notice about Colorado is they play very low maintenance hockey. There's not a lot of things that they do where you look at them and say, if they keep that up, it's going to turn around on them, eventually bite them. Their game is pretty safe, pretty simple, but because of how skilled and quick they are, they can play it that way.
11 and a half to go in the second. Rangers feed it all the way to the Avalanche zone. Icing waved off, but Colorado begins their breakout. It's Landeskog, pass out wide as this shot from Nelson is trapped by Shesterkin. A rising wrist shot in transition, and Shesterkin holds it to his chest protector.
Good play by Brock Nelson, who's been good tonight. Nelson, long NHL career with the Islanders, now with the Colorado Avalanche, played his college hockey at the University of North Dakota, and the assistant coach of the Avalanche is Dave Haxtell, who is the head coach at North Dakota and helped get Nelson to the Fighting Hawks.
34 years of age, Nelson represented the U.S. at the Four Nations.
Makes me feel really old. I remember when he was representing the U.S. in the World Junior Tournament. That seems like a long time ago.
Colorado in their own zone. And this puck sent up the middle for McKinnon, ranging for it. He was backpedaling. Winds up connecting on a pass for Girard. Around the boards for Landeskog. He's stripped by Soucy. And now Zibanejad will turn off ice. Feeding Lafreniere on right wing. Lafreniere, bank pass. Settled by Zibanejad. He'll dump the puck down the left wing boards. Off the stick, though, of Natchez. And that denies any sort of entry with possession. Here's Malinsky. Up on the rush for Colorado. They'll feather the puck to the corner, and the Avalanche make a change. Pass on left wing for Sherry. And he'll rip the puck around the board. The Rangers haven't spent a lot of time in the zone in this period. Shot from the perimeter, blocked down by Wedgwood. Back across it goes. Sherry knocked off his feet. Back up with it in the corner as he battles Malinsky and Makar. Chip behind the net. Drury now dealing with a forechecking Brodzinski. Makes a short pass for Makar on the reverse. And Sherry takes a penalty. Just tried to reach around Makar to poke the puck free. He's not happy with it, but it's going to be a holding penalty. And Colorado will have a power play.
So the official that made the call was right in the corner and about 10 feet away from where this happened. Sherry showed some great speed at tracking down Makar, and he did take his left hand off of his stick, put it on the top of Makar's sweater just long enough to draw the call.
It's always that free hand that'll get you.
Now remember, the Rangers have won 3 out of 4 defensive zone draws, killing penalties, and their penalty killing has been really aggressive. Mike Sullivan was not happy with the call. It's one of those calls where you could have let it slide, but letter of the law, it fits every parameter for the call.
So Colorado 0 for 2 on the power play. Going back to work in the man advantage. Sherry in the box, 2 minutes holding. At 9:56 of the first. McKinnon, who has the lone Colorado goal against JT Miller on the faceoff. And Miller went early. He's kicked out. Trocheck in to take it.
This puck's just got to get dropped. This is painful to watch.
Garlitz finally drops it, and they stop play, and we'll redo it again. I think the clock may have moved.
See, here's my thing. My thing is if the linesman can't get him settled in there, don't kick the centers out of the face. Just change linesman. That's my new thing.
Well, here's the thing. If you get a false start now, it's a penalty for either team because McKinnon's been kicked out. And finally, Trocheck wins it back against Natchez, and the Rangers, after all that, clear it down ice.
So that's 4 out of 5, and those first clears and off of first draws, you said usually eats up a good 13 to 18 seconds for the opposing team to get back and set up.
Rink-wide pass, jumps the stick of Olofsson. Miller dumped to the ice, and he's slow to get up without his stick. He's laboring a bit. Looking around, he's got McKinnon to deal with. High slot, McKinnon dances around him. Centers to the back door. Shesterkin with a marvelous stop on Olofsson. Natchez cycles from McKinnon goal line. Back to Natchez, far half wall. Up top for McCarr. High slot. Pulls the trigger. Look for a redirect from McKinnon. And now Miller will head back to the bench, but he's in distress. That's his right arm.
You're not sure what happens. I was looking at the puck more towards the corner, and all of a sudden Miller came sliding in. And a replay is showing he got caught up with one of the Avs as they were going to the front of the net. And
Miller went shoulder to shoulder, it looked like.
I think it was with Lehkonen that he went with, and then he dropped his stick. So basically it was a 5-on-3, and I thought Miller made a really good idea. He took a look at the situation, saw that he could escape, grab a stick, and got back into the play.
And the 12 left for the Rangers to kill off. They win another D-zone draw.
6 out of 7 now.
Right. And they clear all the way down. It's past the midway point of regulation time. 9:05 on the second period clock. Rangers up 2-1 over the Colorado Avalanche in Denver. On the wall, Natchez, far half boards. McCarr cross, one-timer, Nelson saves. Shesterkin sliding to his left. Rangers get to the loose puck and clear.
Shesterkin has been dialed in on these one-timers off the flanks. Colorado's made a couple of really good plays to get one-timers set up on the dots, and by the time the shot has gone netward, Shesterkin's been there and squared.
Tell you what, without Will Borgen, Scott Morrow pressed into duty on the penalty kill for the Rangers. So far, so good. 25 seconds left to kill off. Center point, McCarr shot. Gets through a maze of bodies all the way to goal. Saves Shesterkin, rebound clear. From the red line, Nelson on the regroup. Colton knocked off his feet by Carrick, denying a clean entry. Puck rolls to the near corner. Natchez, Pindle on the boards. Rangers keeping the puck hemmed along the outside. Two-a-side battle. Sticks jamming for it in the corner. Rangers have killed off the penalty, and they preserve a 2-1 lead. Nelson feeds the point. Shot tipped wide by Colton. Dribbles to the near corner. And Sherry out of the box will advance it. Not out, though. Nelson kept the zone down the near boards. Finally, the Rangers will get it back.
Good PK by the Rangers. We talked about the Ranger PK needing to be a little bit more pressure-oriented and structure with swagger. And they have been really good at being in the face of Colorado and making sure the lanes are tied up. And when you get that kind of a feeling with your penalty kill, it allows you to play a little bit more on the edge.
Hoisted in by the Rangers to the left wing corner. Devon Taves works it around the boards. Parker Kelly advances it up the far side. And it's Jack Drury getting through the stick check of Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck follows him all the way to the near boards, applies the body. He and Scott Morrow come together. The puck dislodged, and Lafreniere will turn the corner on the exit. Alexis Lafreniere hands it off on the entry, gets a return pass. He's taken to the corner wall by Sam Malinsky. Now Soucy to roll the puck into the corner. Zibanejad, stick lifted, canceled behind the net. Steered out of the zone by Landeskog back to the red line.
Rangers doing a really good job of getting the puck moving north quick here.
Lafreniere slots it up the wall. Zibanejad turned around, bumped off the puck. His pass cut off by Girard. And Colorado will have room to exit. Cross ice feed as the Avalanche complete a change on the fly. Bardakov looking to the back door, zip the pass, too hot to handle for Tristan Nielsen. Nielsen now with Bardakov stumbling and falling blue line. He'll walk it all the way to the far boards. Bardakov tracked by Zibanejad, tried to center. Off of sticks in front, lifted out by Soucy.
Really strong game by Soucy. We've said it before and saying it again now. He's been really, really good tonight.
Puck dribbling into the right wing corner. Schneider wins the foot race. Rangers skated out. Sherry over the attacking line to Robertson joining the rush. Tried to swing it back to the circle. It's behind Laba. And Colorado a little bit late in their shift, so they can't get anything going on the breakout. Morrow to a cherry-picking Sherry. Swings it around the boards. Laba, opposite side, chips it back behind. Burns intercepts. And Colorado can break out with about 5.5 to go, second period. Rangers up 2-1 in Colorado. Panarin feeds it across for Trocheck on right wing. Rides the shelf of the dasher board. And now in the corner, it's Panarin. Hard pass for Gavrikov. Left point across box right side. Zips a wrist shot wide. Miller back out there on the ice. That's good to see. Rangers nearly got a takeaway as Colorado was sloppy leaving the zone, but it's McKinnon building speed down the middle, hands it off. Nature's shot, glove, save Shesterkin. He knocks down the puck and covers the rebound for a stoppage of play. The Rangers still leading 2-1 with 5:05 to go in the second period. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. We'll step aside. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Just over 5 minutes to go, second period in Denver. The Rangers have a 2-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. The Rangers have killed off 3 penalties in this game against the Colorado power play that can be oh so dangerous when they get going. But it stays a 2-1 lead for the Blue Shirts.
Cale Makar came into this period with 4 shots on goal, and he still has 4 shots on goal, and that is a credit to how well the Rangers have played in their defensive zone in terms of keeping him preoccupied. He had that one great chance where he hit the post, but for the most part, they have kept him high into the outside of anything dangerous.
Igor Shesterkin called upon to make a couple saves. He saved 18 out of the 19 that have come his way. Rangers being outshot handily, still in single digits, 19-8 on the shot count. Start from their own zone. JT Miller on left wing. Rink-wide pass deflected by Natchez. Picking up with speed. Panarin around the net. Rather, Trocheck will feed it to the back. Soucy, a blast from the blue line, is gloved by Wedgwood.
You make a good point on these shots being very much in Colorado's favor. And Mike Sullivan's talked about not wanting to sacrifice offense to defend as well as they've defended. This is a little bit of a different animal. This is one of those games where you have to sacrifice a little bit of offense to defend better, because if you get into a game where you're trading chances with the Avalanche, your chances of winning the game go down, especially when you're a team that's been a little bit scoring challenged. So the Rangers are probably playing this one a little bit closer to the vest than they would want to in a normal scenario, but it's paying off for them because their defensive game has been good.
Well, that's really been the hallmark of this Rangers team. They've given up the 3rd fewest goals per game. Takeaway off the draw. Avalanche had won it. Zibanejad intercepts, feathers it across. Couldn't hit a Rangers stick. Lafreniere to the back, jumps the stick. Fox at the blue line. Rangers have to retreat.
Any coach will tell you, you get a chance to turn around and put a puck to the net from where Lafreniere was on the dot. Instead of going back to the point, put it to the net. He had a lane.
Malinsky walks out from his own goal line. Slowed down by Cooley in the neutral zone. Lafreniere pressuring Malinsky, releases a pass in a hurried manner, and it becomes an icing against Colorado. The Rangers, and just to put this into context with how their season's gone, you know, when they're scoring goals, they're winning. 9-1-1 when scoring 2 or more goals. A lot of teams would take that in this league, but it reflects the defensive game the Rangers have played.
No question. Between the goaltending, which has been, in general, really, really good, and the defensive play, which in general has been really, really good. Yeah, you got that kind of record with 2 or more, because normally it's a race to 3.
Rangers win an attacking zone draw. Morrow shot deflects wide. Edstrom, who has the go-ahead goal for the Rangers, early in the second period. Starts a cycle with Radish on the near boards in the corner. Leaves it for Carrick. Plays it to the point. A diagonal feed aiming for Radish. It was in his skates. He lost sight of it. Colorado skates it out. Dumped ahead by Landeskog. Nelson pursues. Couldn't get there. And the Rangers clear to the red line. Quick up. Here's Kelly down the middle. Rising shot. Fought off by Shesterkin with the glove. Something out of nothing for Colorado. And what amounts to their fourth line. Here's Kelly right back in. Left wing across the seam. Drury holds. Plays it to the back. Makar, full spin, blue line. Watched by Radish. Makar drifts to the left side. Makar on the backhand. Passes broken up. Kelly down to one knee, chips it for Drury outside the right circle. Kept alive by Taves, right point. Colorado making a push here. Taves rink wide. Makar shot from the half wall, gobbled up by Shesterkin. No rebound with 3:05 remaining in the second period, and the Rangers still leading the Avalanche 2-1. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
You're in this to win a championship. Championships are won later in the season.
The push for the fantasy football playoffs is on.
But you can't win the league if you don't make the playoffs. You could sneak in and be the last seed and win the darn league. You just got to get hot at the right time.
The experts of Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio are here to lead you to fantasy football glory.
There are certain times in the season where you got to make a splash. You got to make a move.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87 in the car and on the Sirius XM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
Historic hockey moments.
1992-93, the inaugural season for the Tampa Bay Lightning, had not just hockey fans, but the sporting world paying attention to the Bolts, thanks to a 5'7" goalie from Quebec who was trying out for the team.
The first woman to play professional hockey. There she is taking the ice. Manon Treon.
It was a publicity stunt, they said, orchestrated by Tampa's general manager, Phil Esposito.
I'd be a liar to say that I wasn't using it for publicity. But the fact is, she's not bad.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it. In the game they're calling the Winter Classic.
Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
From college to pro.
Very little to remember, I guess.
It's good for me at this age.
Yeah. He's got a great voice. Watched a couple of those games. Rangers enter the zone. Pass from Miller out to the right wing. Trocheck has the puck swept away. It's McKinnon to carry it ahead on the counter. McKinnon dish for Natchez across. Makar activates, circles the net, a wraparound score! Oh, what a goal from Cale Makar! That is a prime example of what he can do. The reigning Norris Trophy winner around the net to stuff it in the wraparound to tie the game at 2.
That was really something. That was just an unbelievable individual effort. Colorado came in with good speed on the rush. McKinnon gets up ice in a heartbeat, gains his own, and he finds Makar streaking in. Makar got a secondary pass, just went around the net and stuffed it past Shesterkin on the stick side, but he used all of his range to get that thing on net from behind the goal line. Really nice play as McKinnon came in. He moved the puck. Natchez was able to find McKinnon for the goal.
Big collision, a car crash at the Ranger line. 3 players hit the deck right off the faceoff. Colorado takes control of the puck and they'll dump it in. Makar had 30 goals last season, leading all defensemen. The first NHL defenseman with a 30-goal campaign in a decade and a half. And he has the tying goal here for Colorado with just over 2 minutes to go in the second. Tossed from the wall by Kelly to Lehkonen in the low slot. He's forced off the puck by Lafreniere. It's back to the Colorado zone.
goes to show a lot of what you and I have talked about when we just witnessed it, and that is Colorado's ability to make something out of nothing because of the fact that they are so skilled and so quick.
Colorado in possession here with another one of those good skaters of theirs in Samuel Girard. Puck dumped in, right wing corner. Colton pursues and fed back behind the goal by Nielsen. Cut off by the Rangers. To the point, Girard. Rising shot deflected to the corner. Collected by Nielsen. Rolls it down the boards. Intercepted by Sherry. Sherry goes rink wide with his clear as Girard hoists it back in. Skips on to goal. Shesterkin gloves and keeps play moving.
Another period where the Rangers got a lot of their objectives covered and get burned by a late goal, except this one, Colorado, they earned this goal. This was a great rush and a great pass by Natchez to Makar, who made as good an individual play as you can.
Makar from Natchez and McKinnon at 17-15 as the Rangers are guilty of an icing here to tie the game at 2. And the theme has been Rangers scoring early, Colorado scoring late. Miller in the first 2.5 of period number 1, McKinnon in the final minute of period number 1, and then Edstrom 4 minutes into period number 2. Makar inside of 3 minutes to go in period number 2. That's where we stand. 2 goals apiece.
You referenced that big collision a second ago, got a chance to take a second look at it. Nelson took the worst of it for Colorado right at the blue line in the Rangers' send.
And zone face-off. Rangers zone. Colorado wins it. Give and go Natchez with McKinnon. Shot in tight. A couple of bodies out in front, preventing that one from hitting the net. McKinnon checked by Soucy. Separated from the puck in the near corner. Hard around by Trocheck. Not out. Captured by Taves. Left point. Final minute of the second. Colorado looking for more. Natchez dish across. Broken up. Turnover. And then a turnaround bid from Landeskog deflected wide. Makar, blue line. Makar steps up with a shot. Redirect into the legs of Soucy. Pushed wide of the goal. Schneider chips to the near corner. Panarin with half a minute to go. Unable to clear. McKinnon the intercept. Played to the middle. Taves to the left half wall. And it's Natchez playing it back for Taves. Down low Makar, right circle. Across. Natchez to McKinnon. A redirect right on. Big stop by Shesterkin with the left leg. Natchez to the point. Taves, a pass broken up. Makar settles the loose puck. 8 seconds, and then he gives it away. Trocheck will carry it up ice with 4 seconds left. Drop pass, Panarin shot. Saved in the final moments of the period by Wedgwood. He had to come up large. After Shesterkin made a big pad save on one end, Wedgwood had an answer on the other, and we finished 2 periods of play tied at 2 apiece.
Rangers got a little lucky there. Panarin, almost carbon copy of what happened in the first period, had a puck on the wall, put it into play. Colorado turns it around, gets a chance on it. Shesterkin with a huge save. Rangers in transition go the other way, get an opportunity. It'll be another period where the Rangers will sit down and look at themselves and say, hey, we are playing defensively about as well as we can play. In the third period, it's going to be about where do they find at least 1 or 2.
2 periods in the books in Denver. Stay tuned for the second intermission report with Dan Grossa in the studio. We'll recap the stats through 2, get another check of the Outtown scoreboard, and bring you this date in Rangers history. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen.
And he scores!
Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true. And if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This is the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
And we welcome you into the New York Rangers second intermission report. Dan Grassa with you. Well, the first period and the second period following a similar script in this one so far. Rangers score a goal early in each of the two periods. Colorado counters with a goal late in each of the two periods, and we got ourselves a 2-2 hockey game heading into period number 3. Adam Edstrom getting on the scoreboard for the first time this season. 3:58 into that opening period, his first of the year from Sam Carrick and Braden Schneider. Edstrom's first goal in 21 games. Got to go back to January the 23rd. Remember, he was a healthy scratch against the Golden Knights just a couple of nights back. Sam Carrick getting his first point in 11 games, and Braden Schneider snapping a 9-game point drought with the assist. And the Rangers, with that second goal to take a 2-1 lead, 2 goals on just 7 shots in the game up until that point. Connor Sheary would be called for holding it around the midway point at 9:56, third power play of the night for Colorado. But once again, the Rangers PK doing a good job. So they've been shorthanded 3 times. They've killed off all 3 Colorado power play opportunities. And that was something we talked about coming into the game, how the penalty kill would have to tighten up a little bit. And they've accomplished that thus far tonight. However, the Rangers could not get to the dressing room with a 1-goal lead. Cale Makar, the stud defenseman for the Colorado Avalanche, his 7th of the season at 17-15 from Martin Netchis and Nathan McKinnon. Makar runs his point streak to 6 straight games, now with 8 points during that stretch, and multi-point affairs for both Nathan McKinnon and Martin Netchis. So a real good hockey game going on between these two teams tonight. As you heard Alex and Dave talk about, the Rangers playing about as well as they could defensively and keeping this high-octane Avalanche team in check. When you think about Colorado, yes, they have not lost a game yet in regulation this year. They're the highest scoring team in the National Hockey League. They give up the fewest goals per game in the National Hockey League. And the Rangers are right there and have them for the taking potentially with 20 minutes still to play in regulation. Shots on goal, 14-4 Colorado in the second period. They have a 2-period edge, 24-10, but a good hockey game nonetheless that the Rangers are putting out there against the Avalanche. It is a Rangers versus Rangers showdown for the 2026 Alumni Classic. That's presented by Northwell on January 25th. Get tickets today by visiting NewYorkrangers.com/Alumni Classic. When we return on the Rangers second intermission report, we will hear from Sam Carrick. We'll also check out the out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League. And New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine.
We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert Spine Care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch. Michelob Ultra Light Beer. St. Louis, Missouri, 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Dan Grasso back on the Rangers' second intermission report. 2-2 is our score at the end of 2 periods of play between the Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche. Adam Edstrom is first of the season at 3:58 of the second period from Sam Carrick and Braden Schneider. And the Avs get the equalizer at 17:15. Cale Makar, his 7th from Martin Necas and Nate McKinnon. New York has a new classic. The 2026 NHL Winter Classic jersey is officially on sale now. It's inspired by our centennial season and our past Winter Classic appearances. Get your part of the collection heading to shop.msg.com/Rangers. Sam Carrick assisting on the Adam Edstrom goal, and after that period, he stopped by and chatted with John Giannone, Steve Valiquette, and Henrik Lundqvist.
Sam, maybe a similar question to what I asked Mika Zibanejad at the end of the first. The shot differential is rather large, but the score is even. How do you feel after 40 minutes, the way things have gone?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to focus on too much what the shots are. Obviously, they've had a couple more power plays than us, and, we want to keep that in check here. They got a lethal power play, lethal offense, so... I think we're getting our chances, mostly through hard work and, just a little bit better defending in front of Shesty there. And, we're happy with 2-2 going in the third here.
Sam Hank here. Great execution on that second goal. Can you take us through what you saw in the play?
Yeah, I mean, just going back to the neutral zone, I think Schneids, who, made a great quick up play. That's how we want to play fast here. And I heard the bench calling to me that we had 2, so... shout out to the bench there for the assist, and obviously Eddie did a great job of elevating the puck there. That's what you have to do when you're in tight there.
That's great insight, Sam. So you've scored at every level, and you're in a more defensive role right now. When you're playing against a top team that's buzzing like that, what's the key for you to slow that down when it's your turn up?
Yeah, I mean, I think just hanging on to pucks. Obviously this team, like you said, great offense. They want the puck as much as they can, and it's hard to create offense when you're playing in your own zone. So, I think anytime we do get it down there, we're not trying to force plays. Make the plays when they're there. But I think we keep a simple game plan here. Make them defend, and they're obviously we don't want to give them too many odd man rushes as well.
Sam, really appreciate the time. Thanks for coming out.
All right, no worries, guys. Thanks.
That is Sam Carrick. Thank him for stopping by. Busy Thursday on the out-of-town scoreboard in the National Hockey League. Let's get right to it. In Florida, Sam Reinhart, the only goal, his 11th of the season. Sergei Bobrovsky, 31 saves for the shutout as the Panthers blank the Devils by a score of 1-0. Florida's won 4 of 5. Jersey has lost back-to-back games. Ilya Sorokin with 29 saves for the shutout as the Islanders blank the Red Wings 5-0. New York finishes their 7-game trip 6-1. Detroit's 2-game win streak comes to an end. Adam Fantilli had a couple of goals, including the game winner in overtime as Columbus downs Toronto 3-2. Blue Jackets now have points in 6 of their last 7. Toronto winless in 6 of their last 7 games. Washington doubles up Montreal 8-4. The Caps win their 3rd in a row. Alex Ovechkin, career hat trick, number 33. Montreal winless in 7 of their last 8 games. Travis Sanheim had the game-winning goal, lifting Philadelphia over St. Louis 3-2 in overtime. The Blues winless in 5 of their last 6 games. Jake Getzel had the game winner as Tampa Bay defeated Edmonton 2-1 in overtime. Lightning have won 5 of their last 7 games. Edmonton has dropped 4 of their last 5. Seattle rallied past Chicago 3-2. The Kraken with 3 goals in the 3rd period, and they've now won 3 of their last 4 games. Right now, late 2nd period, the Golden Knights have a 3-1 lead over the Utah Mammoth. Jack Eichel has a pair of goals for the visitors, numbers 9 and 10 of the season. Vegas has won 2 of their last 3. Utah winless in 6 of their last 7, and the Rangers will be in Utah coming up on Saturday night. End of 1 in Vancouver, 2-2 between the Canucks and the Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson has his 12th of the season for Dallas, who has won 5 of their last 6. Vancouver is winless in 4 of their last 5. 1 period done in Anaheim. The Senators have jumped out to a 1-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. Sens have points in 7 of their last 8. Anaheim, meantime, sitting in first in the Pacific with a 7-1 record on their home ice. 1 period complete in San Jose. The Sharks have a 2-1 lead on the L.A. Kings. San Jose has won 5 of 7. L.A. winners of 4 of 5. And they're 9-2-2 on the road coming into this one. Our score here is 2-2 between the Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche. Rangers fans, don't miss a moment off the ice. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6A to 7P. Subscribe right now and stay locked in. ESPN New York is on YouTube. Time now for this day to New York Rangers history. And on November the 20th, 1926, the Rangers won their first road game in franchise history, defeating the Toronto St. Patrick's by a score of 5-1. Rangers hoping for another road win 99 years later to the day. Then on November the 20th, 1983, Kent Eric Anderson registered the game-winning goal 8 seconds into overtime as the Rangers defeated the Quebec Nordiques 6-5 at MSG. Anderson's goal was the Rangers' fastest from the start of overtime since the NHL re-implemented OT in 1983/84. Let's pause 10 seconds and allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
So the Blue Shirts 2-2-1 when tied after 40 minutes. Colorado 2-0-1. They haven't found themselves in this position much, certainly this season, with only 1 regulation loss against them all season long, and it is yet to happen on home ice. But the Blue Shirts in good position heading into the 3rd period to steal at least 1 point, if not 2, against this very solid Colorado Avalanche team. When it is all said and done, we'll be right back here with you for the New York Rangers postgame show. But up next, we will send it back to Alex Faust and Dave Starman. They've got period number 3 for you. We got a good one. Rangers and Avalanche are knotted up at 2-2. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Everybody that be living it up, we said.
Yo, what's up? It's SiriusXM Fly. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm over on channel 50 playing those 90s.
What's my name? Let's flip the track from the old school back.
And 2000s hip-hop and R&B throwbacks.
Yeah. Thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Commercial free, 24/7. Pull up channel 50 and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices. Holla.
The Power Play with Steve Koulias.
With Kyle Davidson, Chicago Blackhawks GM, what would constitute a successful season in your mind?
We just want to see players continue to improve. We've got a new coaching staff in here that the players are really responding to. We just want to keep taking steps, individually and collectively, and eventually those results will take care of themselves. And, hopefully we can keep getting points on the board, and we'll see where that puts us towards the end of the year.
The Power Play, weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91 and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
Howe over the line to his father, son to father, backhand shot, they score! Number 9, Father Howe.
And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum.
A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
All right, we're moments away from the start of the third period. The Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche tied 2-2 in Denver. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Third period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. The original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action.
Alex, taking a look at the data provided by Sport Logic on scoring chances tonight. Colorado has had 14, 5 grade A's, 7 grade B's, and 2 C's. And the Rangers credited with 5, 3 A's, a B, and a C. The Miller chance and the Edstrom, or the Miller goal and the Edstrom goal, obviously, are 2 of them. And then there was Soucy's chance, remember, on the right time where he created the breakaway for himself. That was 1. Miller on that 2-on-2 late in the second period. And then Panarin at the end of the period are the 5 Rangers' chances.
The A's, the B's, the C's. Sounds like my freshman year report card in high school. Well, Colorado's been good in the third period. 28 goals, second most in the league. 8 goals allowed. That's the fewest in the league. The Rangers hoping to withstand this barrage on the road and get back in the win column. Underway in period number 3. The Avalanche dump the puck ahead. And it's Cale Makar feeding it out to the right wing. Return to Arturi Lehkonen on the left side. McKinnon centers. Nature's shot. Shesterkin is there. Boy, Colorado already getting a good look just 24 seconds into the period.
Adam Fox got caught between a rock and a hard place on the right side of the defensive zone. He was debating whether to push on Lehkonen. He did, but when that happened, McKinnon came in right behind him and was able to create the play to Natchez, who put the puck up and over the net, aided by a good stick by Gavrikov.
Yeah, my mistake on that. Gavrikov had the long reach to deflect that puck before it reached goal. Off the draw, Zibanejad pushes it to the blue line, not out. Taves keeps the zone. Soucy in the near corner, sneaks it up the wall. Lafreniere knocks it ahead. And Makar, who has the game-tying goal, gave it away. Panarin is on it in the attacking zone with Zibanejad. Hard pass up the far board. Shot from the point. It hit Makar. He's down. Lehkonen tripped up in the corner. Going to be a penalty on the Rangers, but Cale Makar is in discomfort after taking that puck on a hard shot from the point. And if he is injured in any way, he won't be able to participate on this Colorado power play.
Penalty number 52 minutes, tripping. Offensive zone penalty by the Rangers on Cooley. Right behind the net. Cooley looking up at the scoreboard to take a look at it. And the Rangers had good pressure, and Cooley made a really nice play in taking the puck away from Makar. Makar gets nailed with the shot by Soucy. Puck went up behind the net. And that's when Arturi Lehkonen and Cooley wind up in their battle, and Cooley pulls him down.
Carr took it off his rear end and tried to shake it off on the bench, but he is not over the boards to begin this power play. The Rangers win the D-zone draw. You've been talking about it all night, Dave. They've been great in that department. They clear.
Really strong, and once again, it's about a 15 to 18 second transfer to get back into the zone and get into structure. Colorado, I will tell you one thing, if they lose a faceoff, they are really good on their entries, and they have been all night. Another one.
Here they come again. Fourth power play for the Avalanche. Tie game 2-2. They're 0 for 3. Natchez, goal line, far side. Pass behind the net for McKinnon, near corner. Natchez now. Touch pass back for McKinnon. He's marked and checked in the corner, allowing the Rangers to clear the puck.
What a job by Gavrikov. Once we're attacking triggers, he was behind the net playing 1 against 2, but he had 2 guys on their backhands, so he just kind of walked the rope back and forth, making sure that he put pressure on both.
Avalanche gained the line. A pass to the center point, just out of the reach of Taves. And that forces a retreat. He turns it over to Carrick. Walks in, slides it across, and it's cut off before it could reach Zibanejad shorthanded. Colorado enters. Lehkonen. He gets decked by Schneider, but made the pass around the boards from McKinnon. Lehkonen trying to shake the cobwebs out, allowed Schneider to get to a puck in the far corner. Then he turned it over. Good stick by Nelson. And it is Brock Nelson handling, feeding McKinnon. McKinnon, wrist shot redirected wide of the cage. Nelson lost his footing in a tangle with Carrick. Shorthanded 2-on-1. Rangers take it out of the zone. Carrick shot left wing. Saved. Rebound from Wedgwood is collected by Nelson.
Long shift by the Rangers defensively here.
3-on-2 for Colorado on the entry. Nelson straight on. He scores! Brock Nelson buries the wrist shot glove side on Shesterkin. It's a power play goal for Colorado. And the Avalanche have the lead for the first time tonight, 3-2.
This goal is a direct result of the fatigue factor of Zibanejad and Cooley, who came in on their second really good shorthanded chance, but they were both out of gas. So they both went for a change, which created a 3-on-2 for Colorado coming the other way. And Nelson from the top of the slot was able to convert. Nelson left-handed shot, started weaving his way a little bit towards the right side. He had Fox flat-footed. Fox was tired. Gavrikov was tired. They couldn't change. And it really was nothing more than attacking with speed against tired defensemen.
Goals in 3 straight games for Brock Nelson. And you hope that isn't a backbreaker. You hope the Rangers can fight back. Colorado will enter once again. Rangers being outshot 25-11. Still a long way to go. 17 minutes left in the third. But the Rangers now trailing for the first time tonight. Fox on left wing with Panarin. His pass jumps the stick of Panarin. Dribbles to the corner. Manson is there for Colorado. Short pass for Burns for the breakout. Gaining the red line, Landeskog. He'll drop the puck in.
Now, until then, the penalty kill has been pretty good. I know that's kind of like saying under the net, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? But the penalty kill was pretty good up until that point.
Brodzinski takes it wide, checked off the puck by Bardakov. And it's Bardakov to sling a pass cross ice in front of Malinsky, allowing Robertson to collect, and he'll rifle it in. It got all the way on to goal, forcing Wedgwood to make a save. Far corner, it's Malinsky. Rangers take the puck away from him. A centering pass from Brodzinski jumps the stick of Laba. Lava centers. Brodzinski juggles it, tied up with Girard. Sherry takes a whack at it, but Colorado ultimately takes it back.
Oh, the Sherry line came out ornery and got a couple of chances.
Girard settles things down in the Avalanche zone. Rangers now trail 3-2. 4 minutes and change into the third period in Denver. Turnover in the neutral zone. Cooley leaves it for Lafreniere. Pull and drag. Lafreniere in on a breakaway. Stopped by Wedgwood. A beautiful move to get free, but Wedgwood had the answer. Schneider rotates it for Soucy. High cycles Zibanejad. Curls, feeds it towards net for the blue line. Broken up in traffic. Colorado breaks out. A 2-on-1. Moving in. A shot saved by Shesterkin on McKinnon. And a tie-up. Going to be a penalty, a hook. McKinnon and Soucy came together. Soucy not happy with McKinnon, thinking that McKinnon may have sold the penalty. But the Avalanche will go right back to the power play.
Soucy is really arguing his case here, and I think he's got a case to argue. When you saw it on its first look, first great chance by the Rangers. Lafreniere with an unbelievable move, and Wedgwood with a blocker save, leaning the wrong way. Colorado a good transition going the other way. McKinnon gets a chance as he came in one on goal, and the penalty is Soucy coming in underneath the hands and stick of McKinnon and putting a stick up into the midsection. That's a letter of the law call.
His argument would have been McKinnon probably chicken wing a little bit there to pin the stick, but unfortunately for the Rangers, it is the 5th power play for Colorado tonight.
Another defensive zone draw, one to start it.
Rangers have been great in that department all night. 86% on D-zone draws, penalty kill. But this is a must-have now for the Rangers as Colorado will start for their own zone. Makar leaves it for Necas. Drop pass for Makar as he enters the zone, then given away by McKinnon. Rangers 2-on-1 shorthanded. Trocheck sauces it across. Miller couldn't settle it down cleanly. Wedgwood made the save. I don't think Miller got all the redirect.
I got to tell you, for a goalie that's only faced 15 shots, Wedgwood has made 2 or 3 really big-time saves.
Wedgwood has won 6 starts in a row. Longest win streak of any goalie this season. Schneider muscles Nelson off the puck in the far corner, allowing Zibanejad to charge out of the zone. 1-on-1 with Makar. Zibanejad center lane drive, and he tried to just play it through his legs to get any sort of attempt on goal. It does kill clock, forcing a regroup from Colorado. Ross Colton, right wing circle across the seam off a Rangers stick. Collected by Taves, sent around the boards. Nelson half wall far side. Landeskog to steer it around for Taves, and he mishandled it. Rangers will break out. Carrick aggressively with Laba, up ice shorthanded. Carrick will take it wide, killing some clock. That's the save play. 24 seconds left for the Rangers to kill off.
Remember, when you're in altitude, that 35-second shift should be more like 30, especially when you're shorthanded.
Here's Nelson gaining the line. He has the go-ahead goal for Colorado. Slides it to the left wing corner. Rangers all over the puck. Couldn't clear. Nelson held it in. Pass across and a one-timer from Landeskog wide of the cage. Rangers clear it all the way down. That will wind up the penalty time. Just over 13 minutes to go in the third. The Rangers now trailing the Avalanche 3-2. After this game was tied at 1 after 1, tied at 2 after 2. Stretch pass. Nielsen collects off the end boards, tried to square it up for Kelly. It fluttered over his stick.
Another good PK by the Rangers, a little bit of a malign unit.
Big blast on the wall by Miller, winds up in the near corner and banked out. Rangers reset from their own zone. Shots are 26-15 Colorado. Josh Manson collects a rolling puck in his zone end. Checked by Lafreniere, but absorbed it. Outletting to center. A full spin from Necas. Good gap from Fox, denying the entry. As Zibanejad feathers one up the middle out of the reach of Lafreniere.
It's hard to do the spinorama on somebody whose feet are almost as good as yours.
Right. Lafreniere to turn the corner. And he'll lob it cross ice. All the way into the attacking zone. And he did so from behind the red line, so it's an icing against the Rangers.
Rangers get a little pressure, short-handed, couple of chances, Wedgwood with a couple of big stops. For now, you're getting to that point for New York where you're going to have to take more and more chances, keep the defenseman activated, get a little bit lower in the offensive zone. Colorado's a quick strike team, so you can be playing with fire when you do it. But obviously, needing the next goal, you're going to have to roll the dice a little bit and open yourself up to some potential transition against.
Scott Wedgwood, who has allowed 2 goals or fewer in each of his last 5 starts. He's only really in his first full season as a number 1 overall. He and Mackenzie Blackwood a tandem last year, but Blackwood began this season injured. He's been a wonderful story for Colorado, leading the NHL in wins. The Rangers only need to get 1 more past him to tie this game. Under 12 minutes to play in the third period. Colorado up 3-2. Bank pass for the Rangers up the near board. Sherry gains the line with Laba on a straight line drive. Rolled around the boards. Laba collects end wall. Laba stick check by Makar. Makar walks up the near boards, lifts it back to the red line. Regroup here for the Rangers. They'll dump it in. Wedgwood, little delay in leaving his net to play the puck off the back wall. Sherry ties up with Landeskog, wins the board battle. Schneider for Soucy, faking, passing hard. Away from Laba, off the backboard. Sherry leaves it for Schneider, blue line. His pass caroms off a stanchion. No Ranger there can make a play, though, at the net front. Sherry back for Schneider, and he'll lob a shot towards goal. Gloved and dropped back into play by Wedgwood.
Another good shift by the Laba line. The biggest problem in a post-game assessment of your game is when your third and fourth lines are the most noticeable lines on the ice, you probably didn't win. You were thrilled that they played well because that's important, but you probably didn't win the game. Top six has been okay tonight. Bottom six play with a lot of energy.
Colorado drops the puck into the attacking zone. Drury and Schneider come together in the near corner. And a penalty coming up. It's on Colorado. And so the Rangers will get a fortunate break. An offensive zone penalty against the Avalanche will send the Blue Shirts to the man advantage when we come back. Third period action. The Avalanche lead the Rangers 3-2 as we near the midway point of the third. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Rangers. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Bleecker Street Bar in NoHo for Sun Cruiser buckets for every game. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their saving. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Nearing the midway point of the third period, Jack Drury off for tripping. He came over in the Mikko Rantanen trade. Big moment of the game here. Rangers on the power play looking for a tying goal.
Schneider did a great job to sell it once he had the stick of Drury between his feet. He moved a little bit and then hit the deck. And that creates the power play for the Rangers, who've got power play goals in 9 of 22 games this season.
JT Miller heading to the bench, getting another club out of his bag. Didn't like the first one. Face-off will be in the attacking zone to the left of Wedgwood, near dot. Trocheck on the draw for the Rangers, and he wins it back to the center point. Zibanejad with Fox working the right side. Touch pass, Trocheck in the middle, looking for Miller at the net front. The redirect hops out of play.
In the last couple of games, Rangers showed a couple of different looks on their power play. In Vegas, they were moving the puck. They tried to establish Zibanejad on the flank. In Detroit, they tried to establish Zibanejad in the bumper. But everybody knows the puck's going towards him, and it made him predictable.
Trocheck in the bumper here, and he works it back to Fox. Rangers in the attacking zone looking for a tying goal on the power play. Panarin fakes a one-timer from the circle, slides it back to the point. Fox backpedaling. Blue line to Panarin, out high, shot blocked by Burns, tried to spike it out of the zone. He wound up hitting his own man in Nelson. Rangers get it back. Trocheck skate to stick to Fox, blue line, shot tip, saved and covered by Wedgwood. Miller at the net front got his stick to it, but Wedgwood was there.
So in watching some of the Rangers power plays back, when Miller, who is a left-handed shot, plays off to the right side of the net, so he's on the right wing, off wing, when he gets that puck on the goal line, his first instinct is to try to feed it into the bumper area between the hash marks. My feeling is when you've got that much room, if you turn your body and you jam one to the net, A, you might score, but B, your bumper and your weak side flanker are both going to be crashing the net. And then all of the defenders are going to be facing the net to find the rebound. It creates chaos in front. That jam play is tailor-made to create a rebound chance and a power play goal.
Another face-off win for the Rangers. That's 3 on this power play. Fox across for Zibanejad left side. Trocheck ran into resistance from Kelly. Shot, score! From the point, Fox put it in front, and Miller redirected it home on the doorstep. A power play goal for the Rangers, the second goal of the night for Miller, and this game is tied.
This has been a wonderful response by Miller to his own criticism. He gets a second power play goal of the game, puts himself in front of the net. Rangers with the puck around. Fox didn't dust it. He knew he had Miller in front of the net. He put it towards the front, and Miller just got a stick about waist high and redirected it past the goaltender. What a tip by Miller, who played the front of the net perfectly, and all predicated on the fact that Fox, with the puck up by the blue line, took one look, knew he had a lane, didn't waste any time, didn't dust it, just shot it, and let Miller go to work.
Well, it wasn't exactly Messier's guarantee, but he put it on his own shoulders, Miller, to be better. And he has responded with 2 goals tonight, both from the same exact spot at the side of the net on the doorstep, both redirects. And a power play goal has tied this game at 3, just past the midway point of the third period. Shot from long range, hits the post, rebound, score! Nathan MacKinnon, right place, right time to clean it up. And less than a minute after the Rangers had tied it, MacKinnon has his second of the night to restore the Colorado lead.
Oh, what a kick in the shorts on the Rangers side. MacKinnon, what a play he makes to get himself towards the front of the net. What Colorado just came right back. I mean, what an answer by the Avalanche to the Rangers change of momentum. It's a shot from the point that hit the goal post. It was from the right point. It hit the far post, and MacKinnon was standing in the faceoff circle on the left side. And as soon as that puck hit the goal post, he pounced and he pushed it past the goaltender, Igor Shesterkin, for a 4-3 lead.
Just 30 seconds after the tying goal from Miller on the power play, it's MacKinnon with his 16th of the season, his second of the game. And Colorado leads 4-3 with 9:02 to go in the third period. Boy, the Rangers had just come back to tie it, but Colorado is back in front 4-3. We'll step aside. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Find out who will bring home the 2025 NWSL Championship Saturday on Sirius XM FC. The Washington Spirit return to the final with glory in their sights.
Trinity Rodman, can she finish? Of course she can!
While the 8th-seeded Gotham FC eye another stunning upset.
There is that! What a finish!
It's the NWSL Championship, Washington versus Gotham, Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments.
February 7th, 1976, Toronto Maple Leafs captain Darryl Sittler dominates at home in an 11-4 win over Boston.
He's beat Rocket for Sarge record. 9 points in the game, 5 goals, 4 assists. Sittler's best. 10 points. That's a new record. As long as he lives, he'll remember this evening. So will all of us doing the game here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier!
For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
4-3 Colorado, 9:02 to go, third period. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers.
The tip by Miller was really a nice play by the Rangers on the power play. The Ranger power play had become a little stagnant, and all of a sudden tonight it has really shown a little bit of a difference, but to no avail as Colorado comes right back.
Trocheck to send this puck in around the boards, attacking zone. Panarin tied up far wall by Taves. Hard pass, D-to-D. Fox couldn't handle it. And Makar outlets for Colorado. Parker Kelly up the middle, pass out wide. Olofsson on his backhand. He had Drury driving on the back door. 4-3 Colorado, 8.5 to go. Taves fights through the stick check of Fox. Taves across, shot, save! Shesterkin, rebound to Taves, high slot. Shesterkin was out of position momentarily. And a collision at the net front. Fox essentially tackling Brock Nelson to make sure that he didn't get himself free for any sort of action at the net front.
What makes Colorado so dangerous and why you can't offensively sell out against them without high risk is the fact that when pucks get turned over in the Colorado's defensive zone and their Ds get their hands on the puck, 3 forwards are going and they're going quick. So if you don't have a third forward back yourself as the offensive team, you're going to be facing a rush against numbers, and that just doesn't play into anybody's hands for success against the Avs. And that's what they did on that last play. The Avs came out of the zone really quick on a 3-on-2.
Up the far boards, Will Cooley pursues. Girard defensively, hard around, and back out to the red line. Morrow to send it in. Wedgwood out of his net. Rangers have put 3 on him. That's been a rarity this year. Cooley looking for more. Cooley stops on a dime in the near corner. Walks up the wall. Feeds Morrow at the point. Morrow, area play off the backboard. Zibanejad Shields walks out goal line. Exchanges with a pinching Morrow. Centering pass. A shot in tight by Cooley. Wouldn't go. Cooley trying to shake Girard. Tight turn down the wall. Sharp angle shot. Saved by Wedgwood. Puck behind the net. Girard up the near boards and out. Back to Colton, who overskates it at the red line, and the Rangers are back defensively. And Colton will just drop this one in. Shesterkin keeps play moving.
Shesterkin keeping the play moving, trying to catch Colorado on a change.
Panarin, cross ice pass. Miller dropped for Trocheck. Bunted it along behind Panarin. McKinnon will turn the other way. Nathan McKinnon, drop past Natchez, cuts across on his backhand, stops top of the left circle, tried to feed it to the oncoming Brent Burns. Rangers take it the other way, 2-on-1. Adam Fox up on the rush, drop pass to the trailing Panarin, and he got caught from behind on the back check.
That's back-to-back odd man rushes that the Rangers have gotten where they didn't get a shot on goal.
Soucy on the reset. 6:40 remaining. Rangers down by 1, trailing 4-3 in Denver. Against the Colorado Avalanche team that is the best in the NHL. 31 points in their first 19 games. Cale Makar along the backboard. Short pass for Taves. He fumbled it. Forecheck from Laba, absorbing a shoulder from Parker Kelly. Puck dribbles to the near side. Gavrikov pinches. Sherry to the puck. Across Morrow's shot. Blocker saved through a screen by Wedgwood.
Morrow with a great pass on the last shift and a great shot just now.
Here's Drury, full spin, enters left wing, shot, fought off by Shesterkin. Rebound, low slot, Sherry. Looked like he may have been clipped with a high stick. He looks at the referee, asking for a penalty, none given. And Landeskog will handle. Landeskog dekes out wide on Edstrom, rolls it to the corner. Soucy dodges the oncoming Ross Colton, tried to line him up. Now Carrick will pursue the puck in the attacking zone. Short pass on the rush for Radish. Off his skate to the backboards. Carrick canceled out by Girard. Tried to clear, could not. Rangers knocked it down. And now Carrick with room behind the net. Carrick angles it to a vacant point. Rangers in a sloppy change. And now they'll reset in the neutral zone.
Yep, going for a full right now.
Still, the Rangers having trouble getting all their personnel sorted in the neutral zone. Couldn't advance it with possession. They'll tag up. Enter on right wing. It's Fox with Cooley. Cooley, back pass intended for Lafreniere, picked off. Lehkonen tried to serve it the other way on the backhand. Chops after it, bouncing puck at the Ranger line, secured by Lafreniere. And now Fox to regroup with 4:45 remaining in the third.
Change is getting quicker and quicker for the Rangers here late in the game, playing at altitude.
Up the middle, it's Panarin receiving the outlet. Leave it for Gavrikov in the entry. Panarin check. Far boards by Drury. And hammered around the boards by Burns. Deflected out by Olofsson to the red line. Rangers have to reset and re-enter. Miller in on right wing. Sneaks a pass. Trocheck pulls the trigger high and wide, aiming top corner. Carried out by Parker Kelly with Manson joining the rush. Josh Manson with room. Waits. Deeks. Fires. Blocked. That caught Morrow. And he's stunned, slow to get back to his feet. Lifted back to the red line. And Colorado will reset.
Rangers with a good defensive recovery. Colorado gains his own with speed.
Outlet for Landeskog. Barging in. Landeskog drives to the net and draws a penalty. Brodzinski will go off on a hold. And Colorado will go to the power play with 3:54 to go, leading the Rangers 4-3. Will step aside. The Rangers having to kill off a late penalty and then try and find a tying goal. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Alex Faust, Dave Starman here with you. Time becoming a factor in this game. 3:54 to go in Denver. The Rangers played a strong game against the league's best team, but they trailed the Avalanche 4-3. And the Avalanche captain Gabe Landeskog drawing a penalty, sending Colorado to the power play.
Brodzinski did everything he could. Landeskog was just better.
McKinnon wins the faceoff. A multi-goal game for him. Olofsson on the far half wall, tracked by Robertson. Trocheck works it to the line, not out. Makar steps up with a shot, gloved by Shesterkin with 3:38 to go.
So if you're the Rangers, your game plan is survive this thing so you can get the goalie out and go 6-on-5. But on the other hand, if you want to pull the goalie early, depending on possession and your feel, you can play this thing 5-on-5 with no goaltender. You don't have to worry about icing the puck. So you can go for the long hope play and see if you spring somebody. Against Colorado, I'm not quite sure I support that plan. I was more or less throwing that out there as conversational options.
Patrick Waugh would be proud. That's his kind of.
Absolutely.
That's his kind of play. Sticks down, puck drop, Rangers control and clear. Wedgwood out of his net.
It is amazing how good they have been on defensive zone draws shorthanded.
Yeah.
It's been an area that's been lacking a little bit lately.
Will certainly help shore up this penalty kill, which has conceded the power play goal against, but this is the 6th power play of the night for Colorado. And that is tough to handle no matter how you slice it. Rangers clear it all the way down once again.
The analytics will tell you that every penalty you take and every time you have to kill a penalty, it decreases your chances of winning the game by 3%.
Wow. So here's McKinnon coming to a halt near half wall. To Makar up top. His shot saved by Shesterkin with a blocker. Rebound sent down ice.
I think Dave Haxtell told me that about 10 years ago.
Well, he's working on the Colorado staff right now. And Haxtell is responsible for the Avalanche power play, taking over for Ray Bennett, who was let go last season. Brock Nelson carries it through center, cuts across from his left to his right. Short pass. Rangers holding their defensive line well. And they force Colorado to reload. Half a minute remaining of the Colorado power play. 2:22 remaining, and a shot from Ross Colton walking in is deflected out of play. 26 seconds left for the Rangers to kill off.
It's one thing when you're playing against teams that have good structure, teams that can move pucks, teams that are skilled, that kind of thing. It's another thing to play against Colorado, who has so much speed and so much skill and great hands all over their top power play unit. They're one of the few teams that I've watched this season that with regularity can gain the zone on the power play with a clean entry and get set up into structure quickly. Not a lot of teams can do that, but they do it fairly easily.
Rangers are 7 of 10 on D-zone draws on the penalty kill. They lose this one. Shot from the point, well wide of the cage, looking for a redirect. Board battle ensues in the corner. Time ticking away. 2:07 and ticking. Rangers down by 1 in the defensive zone. A pass across the seam broken up by Laba, and he knocks his man down to the ice in pursuit of the puck. Rangers clear one more time. Time ticking off the penalty. Colorado in possession of the puck. Rangers are at full strength, and Devon Toews in absolutely no hurry to advance the puck.
And the Rangers' big guns are fresh right now.
Shesterkin still in his net. Minute 35 to go. And the Rangers get their breakout organized. Shesterkin out of the edge of his goal crease. He's creeping out. Zibanejad, a pass broken up. Makar with the net empty now. Bullseye. From 150 feet, Shesterkin had just gotten to the bench. And Cale Makar nails it from long range to make it 5-3 Colorado.
The one thing that you always think about as a coaching staff is when you're going to pull your goalie out, one has to equal the other. And what I mean by that is if you're going to pull him, you want to get him out as quickly as you can, but you cannot get him out until you've established offensive zone. So Zibanejad came across the line. He had the puck on a stick, but they didn't have offensive zone possession yet. They were in the zone with the puck on their stick, but they were not yet in structure, and they were not yet in control of the offensive zone when Shesterkin started to make his move for the bench. So the Rangers find themselves down 5-3 with 1:25 to go, and this was just a case of the Rangers having Shesterkin out a little bit earlier than he should have been.
David Quinn working the whiteboard. Rangers have called timeout. Jared Bednar on the whiteboard for the Avalanche.
Jared Bednar, by the way, is I meant to bring this up earlier, only coach in hockey history as a head coach to win the Kelly Cup, the Calder Cup, and the Stanley Cup for the ECHL, the AHL, and obviously the NHL. That's pretty remarkable.
He is the second longest tenured head coach in the league. Only John Cooper has been with the same team longer with his current team.
And then you get Cooper, who's won a North American League championship, a USHL championship, and a Calder Cup and a Stanley Cup. Two pretty good ones.
Rangers send it in, down 5-3. Empty net once again. The puck out of play. It'll be an end zone face-off. The Rangers will have it in the attacking end. So another extra attacker situation for the Blue Shirts, but this time they'll need 2.
I would have to think that the Rangers at this point in the season have probably given up more empty net goals than any other team in the league. And this one was just a little uncoordinated.
Face off to the left of Wedgwood off the draw. Panarin, a one-timer. Had a lot of the net to shoot at, but he missed the target. Panarin in the corner. Rolls it back behind. Miller up the near boards for Panarin. He'll head fake, pass for Fox. Panarin back to Fox, center point. Into the right circle, Miller with 2 goals tonight. Panarin, a one-timer, slowed down in traffic and cleared down ice by Colorado. They'll take the icing with 51 seconds remaining.
Remember, the Rangers have already used their timeout. Colorado can if they want, if they feel like they need to rest this unit. Doesn't look like they're going to. And the faceoff will be on the right wing side. McKinnon going to get a new stick, so that'll allow the Avs to catch their breath just a little bit. And that's good leadership, and that's good hockey sense. Want to give your team a breather? Go change sticks.
Well, gamesmanship. Rangers win the faceoff. 45 seconds. Fox to Zibanejad, one-timer from the blue line wide. Cleared to the line, not out. Zibanejad holds the zone. rims it around, jumps the stick of Miller. High lift from the Avalanche back to the neutral zone. Nate just pursues, couldn't get there in time. Loose puck picked up Lehkonen, and it's offside. It looked like he may have been hooked, but he hurdles over the stick and winds up into the zone without possession, and offside is whistled, and Shesterkin will hop over the boards and head back into his net.
It's a game, I think, where the Rangers, from a defensive standpoint, did some good things. I think they shot themselves in the foot on a couple of occasions as this game went along. The Panarin turnover at the end of the first period was the first of a couple. But for their penalty kill, which has been a little under fire lately, yeah, they gave one up, but still thought the penalty kill was good. They were good on the dot tonight. I think they went toe-to-toe defensively with the best offensive team in the league, and for large chunks of this game, managed it and controlled it pretty well.
Moral victories, though,
don't matter.
Do not matter, and especially as they put it in the empty net once again. Colorado now has 6 with 12 seconds left. And this final score will not reflect how close this game was. The Rangers led 1-0 and 2-1. But a third period that got away from them, aided by taking 6 minor penalties in this game. Colorado had 3 third-period power plays, which helped them control possession. They scored on the first one of the frame with Brock Nelson. That gave Colorado a 3-2 lead at the time. JT Miller would tie it on a power play for the Rangers, but the Avalanche pick up their 7th straight victory and continue to run away with the early portion of this season, their 14th win overall, and they are only the 4th team in NHL history with 1 regulation loss or fewer through the first 20 games of a season. The other teams to do that, you have to go back to the 1928 Montreal Canadiens, the 1979 Philadelphia Flyers, and the 2013 Chicago Blackhawks. That is heady company. And for the Rangers, it's now 3 straight losses, and they have fallen to 500 on the season.
And you're right, there are no more